All right. Good evening, good day, good afternoon. All depends where you at. Back here, USFL League Presents the Owner's Box. Here with my host, myself, Gates, Ty. We have a special guest featuring Mo, the Eagles owner. What's going on, fellas?
So what's happening, man?
A lot of we're officially in week 2 of this season. It's been a lot of good football. I do want to start off with your week 1 recaps if we can. I think we just dive right into it. Ty, you want to go first?
Are we breaking down all of the games, or we breaking down shocks, surprises, and things of that?
Let's break that. I mean, that's everything for week 1.
All right. Well, hold on. You got the games up in front of you? Because if not, I'll pull them up because I need to kind of.
I'll pull them up. Give me a second. We had Seahawks in the bank. We got the Seahawks taking the Bengals. Jets beating.
I think Prime's on vacation for that one, so I don't know who won that game. But if Seahawks won, it's not going to surprise me because I don't think Prime is here playing yet.
Yeah. Then we had the Bills losing to the Jets.
I mean, Cletus did what Cletus does. He looked a little sluggish in the preseason, but he copped out them gates quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Season opener for the champ.
Yeah. We got Chargers beating the Colts 44-7.
Candy did what Candy does.
We have you losing by 3 to the Cowboys.
Game was 17-17 with 9 seconds left, and he kicked a long field goal. Talking to Boone about it, I actually played a good game. I didn't have no mistakes or turnovers or nothing like that. My problem was I went too conservative because I feel like Jones can't make all the throws I need him to make yet. So I really shortened up the game plan. And y'all know me. That's not me. I'm Eric Coryell. I sling that shit. So really limiting my game to like short passing. I just didn't have enough offense. Defense was good. I ain't worried about it. I got a young team with scoring pains. I got to open up the offense, trust the QB, and let him make his mistakes.
Yeah, actually, I agree, man. Correct the Bruno. He played really smart, man. He played really balanced. I think he kept the tempo with you. You know what I'm saying? There was a couple of things like late game things that happened that kept the game, that altered the game a little bit. But overall, it was a good game. It could have went either way, to be honest with you. I thought it was a really good game.
Yeah, but definitely you of all people know how I play. And I definitely don't play that conservative. But I feel like until I could build up my team, I just can't sling it around because I can't make them throws yet.
Yeah, we had the Dolphins and the Ravens game. I actually watched that game too. That was a really tight game. Even though the score says 42-28, it was really 28-28. They were going back and forth the whole time. And I know the Ravens were fumbled late in the game. It kind of took them out, and then they were trying to play catch up down 38-25, and they threw another interception. And Don Joe pretty much just put the game away. But both of them guys played great. I reached out to Don Joe. He said, Ravens also played great. He just got the edge late in the game. So shout out to him.
And that's pretty impressive for him with that Dolphins team. The Dolphins are the only team rated worse than the Giants. So for him to take that ball and make something happen with it, hey, early, that's Christmas. That's a bonus.
Yeah, definitely. I do, before we keep going, I do want to tell people that the comments are open. So, and I'm showing them live in the screen like the last time. So, fellas, if you guys have any questions, comments, or whatever, or any words that we are saying about this recap, definitely feel free to leave comments on YouTube. So, we have the Patriots, 65-7 over the Steelers. And we just had Bill here last week, and we just talked about that. He's back. Looks like he's back into his routine, organized chaos.
Well, remember something. Bill's got to redevelop an identity. Remember, Bill was Antonio Brown when he needed a bailout in the pass game and run with Bell. Now, Connor's a suitable backup, but it's like me having to now figure out playing without Odell. You got to develop something different. So, ain't making no excuses, but his team only want a massive facelift on his offense.
Yeah. And then we also called Strong out too, so maybe that kind of helped him and motivated him, as we talked about him needing to step it up for this year in the division.
Hey, shout out to Strong, man. I played Strong in the preseason, and he beat me, and he came out pretty good against Bill. he hasn't really been playing that much active game. So shout out to him for really not having a ton of reps, but just putting it together.
Yeah, I agree. I think like I said, he's put it together. He came to play week 1. You know what I'm saying? I know Cleveland's probably watching for sure, knowing how he is. Then we have Broncos beating the Raiders 14-10. I know we called Doc on to get it together list early, along with myself. Let's see if he can take this momentum and keep that going. What do you think?
Well, it was funny because 2 of the 3 that got called out, that game right there featured 2 of them. It was a thing against Doc. Good game. From the looks of it, 14-10. That's hard to definitely a good start. But like I was saying before the show started, you really can't read a ton into early, really, especially the first game, but really too much in the season 1.
Yeah.
It could be a big adjustment period. You know, we're not seeing like the norm of everybody. We're seeing people getting caught off guard and things of that nature, and it's going to happen.
Yeah, and I always like to break the season into like quarters. So the first 4 games of the week is like first quarter. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
depending on how people jump out early and things like that. So it's 4 quarters to every game. So we have the 49ers and the Broncos. Man, they scored 77-7. And I reached out to Dre and I told him, don't do that. You know how hard it is to fill the Bucks slot as it is. You know what I'm saying?
Quote Emmitt Smith when my Giants beat the Patriots in 2007. Emmitt Smith said, "Man, offensive line of the Cowboys got debacled." He made up a word that don't even exist. The Buccaneers got debacled. Or Gates, here's another list I'll bring back. Now it's a new Bucks owner, but here's another list I'll bring back. God bless him.
Yeah, for sure.
That was just a wicked ass kicking.
For sure. I was like, I texted him, man, you can't be beating new owners like that, man. They're not going to want to join the league, man.
Hey, that's his man too.
That's my guy. Though. I said, well,
dude, I hate to see like if you feel a way about somebody.
Yeah, I said, well, that's the case. I told him, like, well, if that's the case and that's your guy, then it makes sense.
Nah, it ain't no friends in Madden because me and Joe we cool, but every time I play Joe, he kicked my ass. He don't, all the way to the clock hit 0. So I guess Madden.
Joe ain't trying to drop a 80 spot on you either, though. Probably.
Yeah. Nah, you know what? Matter of fact, Joe was a bad example. Cletus.
Hey, Cletus will drop an 80 spot on everyone.
Yeah. I'm like, Cletus gonna slack up on me after this. Nah, Cletus still be dropping.
I might be the only person that from time to time I feel like, Cletus is letting me off the hook a little bit. I know he got more in the tank, but he don't want to put a boot smack dab on my ass. I can tell.
Right. We got Falcons versus the Vikings. Now our buddy was reaching out to me like he had no answer for the Falcons. Like it was just too much. I think that team just is all. That's my old team. They are built to win. So
that's right. Hey, Vikings is your guy, Gates Ty.
Mm-hmm.
What did he think about? Has he played in a franchise before?
Nah, not really, man. Because his time is so limited, man. Like he just had another little one. He has his business going, so a lot of times he plays a lot of head-to-head online. But this year he was like, I want to try a CFM, and I'm just trying to get him to just stay around at least 2 seasons. You know what I'm saying? But
that's why I was curious, especially coming straight from online, how he felt the vibe in the league, that structure and everything. Like, did he comment on what he thought so far?
Yeah, I think it. I think for him it's just a couple of things that we have in place. Just the one, really, like the motion snap is his thing. Like he's so used to doing that.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And
I had to adjust to that.
Yeah, for me, it's a fine line between that, right? Because we say we're assembly, but then we don't allow the motion snap, so it makes it tough. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The whole thing with motion snapping is to manipulate the zone or just get them out of place.
Well, it's to give you that extra block or strike smack where you're running the ball at. I'll tell you what, it makes a big difference, Gates, because remember when me and you kind of first linked up, maybe around the time we went up in MBL, that was the rage. And I was huge on that motion snapping. That was the only run game I really had.
Yeah, I agree. So, I can see how people can say it's not fair, and I see the fairness in it. You know what I'm saying? Like we talked about it before, Ty. Like we got to keep the competition here, and everybody comes up, and not try to penalize people who are playing up here to come down. You know what I'm saying? So,
hey, two messages I've seen so far. Boy, Rico, the NFC South is mine. I'm claiming that shit now. Hey, Rico, You are looking good, brother. You looking like Madden 18 Rico, but Kurt's looking like Kurt again too. And the new Bucks owner, my dude, he said he feels differently about the division being yours. But I definitely like the swag Rico's playing with. Don Joe chimed in and also said something about, I want to say his boy Larry Rose the third got 100 yards. Yeah. I knew, I kept saying it. I should have took that dude to free agency when Cletus dropped him. Big mistake on my end. So I apologize to the rest of the league for letting Don Joe get Larry Rose 3 again.
Yo, you know what's crazy? What the funny thing is, I seen him play, and he had a retro Jordan, yeah. He had like the Jordan 1s and the orange and black. I was like, he got on Jordan, yeah. I said, who is that man?
I said one in the gold 99 club Jordans.
Yeah. But I don't have a player that's 99. I wouldn't throw them on just anybody. You know what I'm saying?
To me,
that's why Saquon got him.
Yeah.
To me, to chime in on Rico's comment, tell that man I don't got nothing bad to say about him right now. I don't like him right now, but he said what he said and he meant it. So, you know, to each his own.
And this goes back even to UG. Rico don't talk a ton of shit, but when he do, he's serious about that shit. He does his damnedest to back it up.
Yeah, you know, usually he only talk shit until he don't talk shit season 1. It's usually, you know, when the people like to separate themselves on the top and the middle but like he said, he fucks with, he likes the Madden, he likes the gameplay. So he said what he said.
Now, can we talk about the love bug that's hit one of the guys that I said was going to hit? It looks like the Cardinals, man. You got beat 37-10 to the Lions in week 1. You know,
the Cardinals got beat?
The Cardinals lost to the Lions. 37-10 week 1.
I could have sworn I was the other way around, that the Lions won, lost.
Well, Daddy League's is saying 37-10.
If that's what it's saying, then that's right. I'm wrong.
Yeah.
So well, you
know. Love Bug is the new owner?
No. What I mean is the Drew, which is
right, Boone's brother.
Boone's brother's the Cardinals. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, keep in mind that dude only played 2 seasons in Madden 19, and then he was off all that time, and he got the game literally, like, even when we all got it August 2nd, I want to say he had texted me that he got the game like August 8th or 9th. So he's coming off damn near a year of not playing the game. So I'm not surprised that he was a little rusty. And Niji Lions, hey, I seen a good, big improvement in that dude toward the back end of the year. So
yeah, I just was shocked. You know what I'm saying? I just me looking at the teams and seeing what it is, I would pick the Cardinals. I don't even know if just based on the roster, but I was wrong.
I think Tick jumped in and said something, but I couldn't see what it was he said.
I'll go back. We have the Bears and the Packers. Speaking of that, man, 48-0.
That was probably the biggest surprise for me. Again, I've never seen Boone shut out ever, period, in any Madden by anybody. Tick looked damn good, and he had a nice little mix to his plays. We always tease Tick about being a 5-play dude, but he had a nice little nice flow. Well, you got to understand when you play Tick, you got to deal with the run first and foremost, because if you don't, it's going to be a long-ass day. He can pass when he wants to. He prefers to run, but he ain't afraid that he can spread all over the field. Boone looked good in the preseason. Boone's got a good team. I was really shocked. I know Boone will bounce back. It's early. It was still a good win for Tick, but definitely, while the score was surprising, I'm not worried about Boone. Boone's going to be Boone.
I mean, I just like teasing Tick, but to be honest, man, him and Don Joe have 2 things in common, right? They, I call it a gameplay basic. Regardless of what it is, it's effective and it's consistent. You know what I'm saying? And those are 2 things that I feel like you need to win anyway.
My man Big Truck is saying, nah, but I blew the game though.
Yeah, he said he got robbed. So, but yeah, I think Tick's game plan, even though it's, I say 5-8 plays, it is consistent. And it's,
look, I got to play that man in a different league after the show. I'm not really looking forward to it. So
yeah,
he be playing me like we like cousins. I be calling him like, bro, you still gonna go for it, bro? Like,
yo, how you gonna go for it? We just went out to Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah. Right. Then we have the Rams and the Panthers. Rams took that game 41-31. I don't really know much about the guy, John the Bullet. I don't really know.
Remember, that's the one I told you was going to give Dre a run. When you said it was Dre's division,
Yeah.
John, he's a real quiet dude. He plays his game consistently. He took over a really bad Buffalo Bills team and made them like a deep playoff run contender. The only reason I don't think he got to a bowl necessarily is because he was in Cletus's division, and him and Cletus would always meet in the AFC Championship. Cletus would win, but it was close games. Like Cletus would barely edge that dude out. So I think he's going to be there when it counts. Like that was probably Cletus's stiffest competition all of last year. Well, that and Rashad when Rashad was the Raiders, but
Okay. Then we have the Eagles and the Redskins. Mo, you want to handle that? You lost 5-2.
Yeah, I played truck a lot of times in different leagues, and he's established this blitz that a lot of people complain about, but then you play them and then they use it. The blitz this year in general, Madden 20 is crazy. You got 2 seconds to throw the ball. If you don't, but yeah, I lost by 2 because I think he kicked the ball. He punted it or something like that. Pinned me back, and I got a safety, which ultimately came back to haunt me. I had chances to come back and win the game, but once again, his blitz, he played his game, so I can't really knock him, man. He definitely showed up. He definitely said this is his year too, so we got a lot of people that saying, and he's in my division, so it made it that much worse. So
Okay.
he played a good game, but he executed the blitz really well.
Okay. I mean, since you guys are both in the division, how do you feel the division will shake out?
Well, you can't ask me that now because I done got my ass kicked. Well, that was a close game, but I just got, as you know, I just lost my week 2 game. So right now I'm not where I'm supposed to be. I think I need to hit the lab really, really hard before I can, really say that it's not my division. I'll tell you that.
Hey, I like what Tick said. My game was like a Honda, not a Lexus. Nah, man. Like, nah, I totally disagree. His game definitely ain't no Honda. His shit is like it's sturdy and dependable. His game is like a Dodge Charger Challenger. Good old-fashioned American muscle. Good defense, solid run game, but he'll dot you up when he needs to. It's Don Jones. You Honda Tick, I'm Subaru. These dudes. Who's gonna win the division? I can't call it yet. Obviously, just looking at it, Mo has the best team and the most talent. But I'm gonna tell you this right now too: Dallas is stacked, overalls and everything. Like Mo was saying earlier, he was worried about Julio Jones. I'm sitting there looking at that roster, and I'm like, Zeke Elliott, superstar factor. Tyron Smith is like a 94 overall lineman. Zach Martin is 96. Travis Frederick's 96. So I'm just thinking, man, if he just stays behind that line, he can put a hurt on some people. He's got Byron Jones in that secondary. He's got Vander Esch and Jalen Smith at linebackers. That dude's loaded all over the field, and he's off to a 2-0 start. So from an overall talent standpoint, Eagles and Cowboys in the best position. I don't care if Mo is 0-2. There's a lot of football to be played. And Cowboys needs to prove it before I'm gonna give them anything. Trucks 1-1. The divisions are wide open. I think it's who's to separate from the pack first. Right now,
speaking on Dallas, because I've played a lot of teams. A lot of users have told me like, oh, I played such and such team, and oh, their lineman is crazy. I heard Zeke Elliott is definitely he always breaks the first tackle is what I've been told. I haven't played him yet in Madden 20, so I can't really personally elaborate on it. I was just told that.
I played against him.
And I held him 35 yards. I didn't ever go.
Yeah, I played him in the preseason. He was pretty much shut down, but I mean he broke a couple of them. That's because the lineman, offensive line is just really good. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have no problems tackling him.
Okay.
We'll talk about that when we get to the armbar topic. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have no issues with tackling him. He does have a great offensive line. He's the best running back in that, right? Him, Le'Veon Bell, Todd Gurley, them 3 are like interchangeable in my opinion. All 3
of them. Not Saquon though, huh? He's just not Saquon though, huh?
I don't say that Todd because I hadn't looked at all the traits. Like them 3 guys got like all the running back traits, like the stiff arm, the spin. Does Barkley have all those?
To me, you can interchange Zeke, Gurley. Who's the other one you said? Zeke, Gurley, Elliott. Yeah, I said Zeke, Gurley,
And Le'Veon Bell.
Le'Veon. But I've seen them all too. You can also throw McCaffrey, Kamara, and Barkley in that mix. To me, it's those like 6 or 7 dudes. All of them don't have stiff arm, this, that, and the third, but they all have distinct different things that are game-changing X factor abilities once they open them up.
Yeah. So I'm just saying this how man rated them and having like them guys like the pinnacle of the running back position. I agree with them all those other two either. Especially you said the guys from Saints, right? Kamara.
Yeah,
he's nice. He was hard to tackle.
Problem.
Yeah, he's hard to tackle for sure.
Kamara's a problem, man.
Yeah, he's hard to tackle. Let me see what else we have. We have my game versus the Saints. That's just me being familiar with Kurt's game and things like that.
How did you think Kurt looked? You think he's in game shape? He's ready?
He just has to stick. He has to stick with his run. I think he gave it up too early because I kind of bottled up the first half and he brought it out the second half and he really run heavy the second half, and then he has to just get Drew Brees hot. When Drew Brees gets hot, he unlocks them other those other little traits. Man, it's gonna be a problem. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, especially if he can throw the ball up to Thomas.
Yeah, for sure. So that's what I would think. People need to watch out for that Thomas.
Like the other Maddens, you don't need to have like every other Madden except for this one. If you didn't have a receiver that was at least 93 speed, it was kind of hard to get separation of the problem. Like you can do damage with receivers and running backs in the 88, 89 speed range because the way they play, it doesn't translate to them being specifically slow. They do that work.
Yeah, for sure. Like this year, it's like ratings matter this year versus like last year. Or the other one, like you said, we could just do speed all day and speed. But now it doesn't even really matter. Like you have a speed, but an 89 guy or 90 guy feels just as good as a 94 and 5 guy. And in the last game, we had the Titans and the Browns. And the Titans actually beat the Browns, which is ironic. You know what I'm saying? Because like Pop is a good user.
That game didn't get played. There was a dispute in terms of Paya missing a game time. It was perceived according to the Texans and looked. So Titans got a forced win over the Browns. That wasn't a played game.
He's starting early, huh?
Typical.
Right, big games, you don't show up. It is what it is.
If you can't play Paya like 12 in the afternoon, it's gonna be a long day.
Yeah, for sure.
My man said he being played by what, like 10 o'clock?
I mean, well, remember he works in that casino, and he has. I think he does either a graveyard shift or he does a mid shift. So he goes to sleep super early, but he gets home early. So a lot of times his thing is, well, I'm not going to play past 9 o'clock. Can you play tomorrow at 11 o'clock in the afternoon? What normal person can play a game at 11 o'clock in the afternoon, bro? Like we ain't at work. Like you on that graveyard shit. Everybody else work a regular job, bro. Nobody games at 11 in the morning, bro. At 12. What's wrong?
This is how he be pissing people off, though. He can't play, right? But he be in the chat. He in the chat commenting on everything, but he can't play a game.
Right. So week 2, right? Give me some of you guys' surprises so far in week 3. So I know you said Moondog being 2-0. It's like the biggest right now.
I mean, it's really nice to see him get off to a good start. Like going back to Mo. Yeah, I know he said he feels the way he's 0-2 because like it's the beginning of a new year, the new season. Everybody wants to get off that snide. Don't nobody want to be the last winless team, or don't nobody want to be winless because then you start pressing. Like when you start doubting yourself. The biggest thing I'm gonna tell people: don't get too high or too low. If you're off to a good start, great, keep it up. But remember, other people are going to catch you as they develop. If you don't get off to a good start, don't press. Continue to do what you're doing. Look at what you're doing. And if you feel it's working, but you just haven't gotten a win, stick to it and work on the execution. If the shit is just trash and it's not working, blow that shit up and get something going that you feel comfortable doing. But don't panic one way or the other if you're doing well or not. So, Moondog's definitely a good surprise. It's good to see him get off to a good start. He never really starts like this. He's off to a good start. Cletus, I don't want to say it's a surprise, but it kind of is because Cletus is kind of a slower starter. and he scuffles early normally in Madden, but see him come out strong. I think I was surprised with how dominant Tick looked. I mean, we all know Tick is that dude, but to be this dominant this early, Rico looks good.
Rico was Falcons, right?
Team, but he looks good.
Who's the Chiefs? I think the Chiefs look pretty good.
Chiefs is Lincoln Ector.
Yeah,
the old Bears owner.
Yeah. I'm trying to think anybody else who jumps out in terms of whoa.
I think the Chiefs. You know what I'm impressed to see?
Those are the only names I can think of. I can't say nothing about you yet, Gates, because you just had the one game, but I think it's pretty good considering all layoff you had. I think it's good to see you come in and kind of look like old Gates.
Trying to bring the. I feel like this man I could bring the big plays back, man. I feel like if I could just get them guys to give me 2 more seconds, I can get these long deep plays back in.
Yeah.
So you know who I really like to. I've been impressed with. You know, I think his record isn't. You know, it's still early. It's the Ravens, man. Lamar Jackson.
Real.
Yo, man, he look like vintage Vic out there. He look like 04 Vic, man.
I play him in preseason. My internet cut off.
Yeah, I was watching that game. I was like, yo, I had to text him like, bro, you looking like 2004 Vic out that thing, man.
I hit him up too. I'm like, yeah, my bad, bro. I was in quick CPU, but he
was chasing him all over the field. Like Mo was running this way, Jackson was this way. He was like Mo was confused as hell. I was like, yo, it looked like college football at its best. He was running read options, all type of trickery. Yo,
that's one thing I don't think enough people do. That I'm glad to hear that. Everybody tries to force their style of play on a team they have, and I don't think enough people play to the strengths of their team. Like if you got Lamar Jackson, use him in that capacity. Don't try to stretch this dude out and have him run a vertical zone scheme like his arm ain't like that. Like use that dude's legs. I think more people play to the strengths of what they have and not try to impose their style on the team, if that makes sense what I'm saying.
Yeah, for sure. Like that's what I tell him. Like, it was good to see him doing that. Like he wasn't trying to chuck the ball down the field 20, 30, 40 yards. It wasn't open. He was taking off running. And Mo was trying to tackle him. He was shaking and juking and spinning. I was like,
yo, I wanted him to fumble so bad, and it just wouldn't work. Like,
it was crazy.
I guess Kurt just said, I didn't know him and the Rams played today. I guess he said the Rams just whooped his ass. So he said he still got some work. But again, guys that have consistently been there, I don't worry about them. I mean, you might raise an eyebrow because you're surprised to see people lose. But, man, it's August 14th, man. Come on.
Yeah. For sure.
You know who's going to be there and who's not.
Yeah. We got a couple more games left, right? And Joe asked to have the picks for the remaining games of week 2. So I'm gonna just run them down real quick. You guys tell me which who you guys got. We got 49ers and Bengals.
That's Dre.
Okay.
It should be Dre because
that's right.
Get off vacation. So
on vacation, right?
And when you look at it, it's gonna be Dre.
Yeah. Bears and Broncos. Do you think Doc is unfortunate to catch the wrath of Boone coming up?
Boone's going to bounce back. Trust me, a player of Boone's caliber, losing the way he did, he's itching to get on that field. It'll be Boone.
I'll go with that.
I want to say that. I think his quarterback still ain't that guy yet. His quarterback.
I asked him that today if he thought Trubisky was the dude. But see, here's this is just my theory. Because I talked to Boone after that game. I've always believed that momentum in certain degrees exists in Madden. And one of the things I'm a firm believer in is unless you're an elite quarterback, if you take a lot of hits and sacks early, the quarterback gets real jittery like Eli Manning in real life. Trubisky finished 5-17, but that mid-blitz was eating Boone's lunch. So I think not only was Trubisky rattled, I think Boone got away from his offense because he was so preoccupied with that blitz. So I wouldn't judge Trubisky off that game.
Yeah.
That blitz was nasty. Even when Tick wasn't blitzing, because a lot of times he came out in that look, but he dropped back. But it was in Boone's head the way that shit's coming. So it changes the way you play, which is smart to do. On Texas.
Yeah. Bills and Giants. I mean, how you gonna go with yourself? Who's the Bills owner?
It's PD. It's Crack. Crack used to be in the league. I think he only didn't play last year. I'm trying to remember who. I think he was the Detroit Lions like for a couple of years in the league. He took a little sabbatical. He's back. I feel it should be me, but I mean, no disrespect. I felt that should be Mundo. But what you feel and what happened is two different things. Mo felt good before he lost both his games. Everybody that loses feels going into the game, I'm good.
I say, yo, my team number one on the game. I got an advantage.
That's why I told Mo. And by the way, Mo, that was some funny ass shit. Them two videos you recorded. I meant to tell you that because I was talking in the chat earlier today, and I said it's funny when the game's coming out and you start seeing clips of how it looks, and you finally get it in your hand, you rip that plastic off, and you play it. Your first thing is, oh, this shit is smooth. You start running some plays. You start looking at some old shit you did. This shit looks nice. You start developing. It's a new year. It's my time. I feel good. It's on and popping. I got that run in me. And then you swiftly come out and get that good ass kicking. And it's like, oh, shit. Same match, same shit, different year. You quickly, that demotivation, like what I said in the chat earlier today, week one, everybody was talking. A few good ass kickers went around, and that quiet was so quiet. That quiet was so quiet, you could hear a mouse pissing on cotton there. Real quick.
I think it was the fact that some people were losing close games, but when we started seeing them games with 60-something points and 70-something points, it really got like, oh, okay. Like,
well, it's humbling. You know what? Mike Tyson said it best, Gates. Me and you always said the same. Everybody has a plan until they get hit. Everybody thinks, I'm going to do this. This is my time. I'm going to do that. Oh, shit. Maybe. Stick your move. Hey, what my boy tell Apollo Creed, don't punch with him. Don't punch with him. Like, and you got people looking at you like, if he dies, he dies. Like, at the end of the day, you know, at the end of the day, well, what that ass kicking does, though, it messes with you mentally because you start thinking, man, I thought I was here, but I'm here. And confidence, I think, is big in this game, which is why I told Mo, you can't, like, you got to quickly shake that shit off. Because once it's in your head, that's why I think the dudes that perpetually lose in this league continue to lose because they've accepted before the game starts they're going to lose.
Yeah.
It's almost like I'm just happy to be here. I like the community of guys. I like playing competitive Madden. I don't really think I'm going to win. I'm just going to get this game over with, and I'm going to keep it pushing. Instead of, man, I'm going to bust that dude in the mouth.
Yeah.
I was talking to Tick earlier. He said, yeah, bro. He said, I don't know about this Madden. I said, I don't know me neither. Nah, bro. He's like, I thought this was going to be your Madden because in the UG, I know a lot of people wasn't playing. So, I mean, you know, I got a little asterisk next to my trophy, but Ty knows I don't win playoff games. So I think I had to win 2 playoff games to make the Super Bowl. And then I won the Super Bowl. So he's like, this might be your Madden. I'm like, yeah. None of my shit from last year works. None of the shit. My cover 3 match, it's done. It's over.
Oh, I know. Trust me. When I seen that, I was like, yeah, Mo. Come on, baby. Hey, I like Seth Combs said, hey, we just want everybody to know Big Truck got humbled tonight.
Yeah, man. Look, so let me address something, man, that's been bothering me, man, about just what I've been seeing in the Madden community, and now it's finally hit our chat, man, and it's this armbar thing, right? And you know, you guys can chime in after I feel like this is my Stephen A. Smith moment, right? So the armbar, right? It's only four guys so far in the league, or you know, as launched have it. Le'Veon Bell, Gurley, Ezekiel Elliott, and Chubb, right, from the Browns. And ironically, you know, Ty was complaining he has one of these players. I feel like EA didn't make it overpowered because I feel like the stiff arm's been neutralized for a long time. And the fact that a lot of us have gotten comfortable with these little cornerbacks being able to tackle these big running backs. And that's not really real, right? Like, there's no reason why these little 5'9" cornerbacks should be able to tackle guys like Zeke in the open field. That's not really what's happening. these guys do play at the elite level. I feel like the stiff arm, the arm bar is a cool trick. And the tip for stopping it, sorry for the 4 guys who have it, is just like, and I asked Boone this, he answered it, and I asked Pi this, he never answered it. Ty, and I'll ask you, if we're playing on the football field, Mo, you too.
I'm going to hit him low.
You're going to hit them low. It's all good.
I'm going to hit him low, bro. Hey, to be honest, I'm probably going to be dirty about that shit, try to cup lock his shit, but I'm going for the knees, the ankle area.
The problem is a lot of
high up in here.
Yeah, the problem is a lot of us, or not us, but a lot of guys have gotten used to hit sticking up. And they don't realize you can also hit stick down. There's 2 options to hit stick. You can even hit stick left and you can hit stick right. You know what I'm saying? You can hit stick in 4 different directions. So you can't be trying to tackle these Le'Veon Bells with these little free safeties who are not 200 pounds, who are like 5'8", these cornerbacks, and expecting them to like cause these fumbles. If you just hit them low with hit stick or just conservative tackle by holding X, when you get real close to them, they're gonna tackle them every time. I played Moondog, and he was like, I ain't hit Zeke at one time up high. Nobody did. Everything was tackles. You know what I'm saying? Now, the only issue is, or the only concern then is, sometimes like the girlies and the Le'Veon Bells, the computer automatically jump over them. But I can live with that. You're not going to be stiff arming me 6, 7, 8 times up the field down the sideline all day. You're not going to be doing that. So
you want to know something that you said that I agree with, and I think we've had this conversation to a small degree in the commish chat. And one of the things I think that made for a lot of the big scores is I feel the deep passing play is neutered so far because of the pressure from the line and the lack of throw power from the QBs. But scores are still high, and I think it's because people are able to hit large chunk plays. And I think that the Madden community, definitely this franchise, the reason why that's happening is people use the hit stick to tackle 24/7. The hit stick should only be used if you have a superior player with hit power that can actually jar the ball loose. It shouldn't replace actually wrapping up and tackling a dude. Everybody is so anxious to try to line you up and flick up or down. And then when they whiff, this year, when you whiff, you're going to pay for it because the dude is going to take off 50 yards and you're going to be in the dust. So you can't complain about you can't do this, that, and the third. It's super important this year to have discipline in open space. Mirror a guy. Don't even necessarily try to run up and smack him. If it's a dude with good stick or good juke, man, try to shadow him until you can get him slow down and then wrap him up and stop trying to flick up and down all the damn time. With your dude with 64 hit power, he ain't doing shit.
Yeah, I agree. Everybody's getting comfortable with the hit stick all the time. Like they don't have a regular tackle button or a guy.
I've actually
tackle button and hit stick.
Yeah, that's all they want to do. They want to turn the aggressive setting on, aggressive tackle, and hit stick all crazy. You deserve to get beat. You deserve to get arm barred all day. You deserve it.
It's crazy because this is the segment. I haven't experienced the arm bar yet. I've actually, my thing would be like the receivers that pretty much if it's like one-on-one coverage, you're going to lose. For example, I mean Julio Jones, I've played on multiple times in multiple leagues. One-on-one coverage, it's hard to stop that man. And I think they got something where if he catches something and like he gets on fire or something, then it even makes it even worse.
Yeah, but that's how tall are you, though? How tall are you?
How tall am I?
Yeah.
I'm short as shit. I'm 5'7".
Right. So the average cornerback in the league right now is like a 5'9", 5'10". Julio's like 6'5", right? 6'6", 6'4", easily. He's jumping like some crazy vertical.
Right.
We've been conditioned to think these little guys can jump with him. And in reality, they can't. And this Madden is now doing that. It's now giving them guys who are that tall the leverage and the ability to catch them one-on-one passes.
Yeah.
Now, how do you combat that? Right? You play the receiver. Don't put your cornerback play the rest in the ball. You press X. You see what I'm saying? These guys are like complaining.
Because if you even breathe on a receiver, unless it's an elite dude, they're dropping the ball.
They're dropping it.
That shit is rampant this year. That's why the high point pass is basically gone. Because last year you could hit a dude on a high point and he can get hit and he can still come down with the ball. This year, if you cough on a dude, he's dropping it. Now, you know what else is funny about what you're saying? Ronnie, the Carolina Panthers, has coughed up the ball on fumbles 10 times. And there's a debate in terms of if that's overpowered or not. And I see it both ways. because I don't think an all-pro at the level of Christian McCaffrey should be coughing up the ball that frequently. But I did notice something interesting today when he played the Bucks, because I watched that whole game. Going back to what I said about playing to the strength of your dudes, Christian McCaffrey is not Jerome Bettis. You can't give him the ball on a dive, have him run straight up the middle of the field and try to truck Levante David, who's a Pro Bowl caliber linebacker. Like, that's not his game. He's an elusive back. You need to get him out in space. When you hit that linebacker, you need to try to shake, rattle, and roll. And I felt like Ronnie was literally just trying to take McCaffrey and ram him into that middle linebacker. Well, Levante David was coming back with a hit stick. So you coming forward, it's like in boxing when they say styles make fights. You have the dude that's a masher like George Foreman, and then you have George Frazier who just wants to bull and come straight in. You're telling me to get knocked out. If this dude wants to hit stick and you got a 5'9", maybe 205-pound dude soaking wet running in there, the ball's coming out. Don't take that hit straight up. Use your ability to be elusive. Get them out in space. Try to shake and rattle and roll instead of running into these dudes.
Yeah, I agree. Now Madden has McCaffrey at 5'11", 202, right?
Bro, this receiver's bigger than that.
Right, but they got Levante David 233.
Exactly.
Come on, man. You're not doing that. And my question is this, Ty, is he holding R1 when he's trying that?
That I don't know, because like you don't see the animation.
Right. So if guys are running, so if you're just running up high, you get hit.
He's literally just running up high and running kind of straight into him. And I'm thinking, damn, because I seen McCaffrey today fumble 3 or 4 times. Part of me is like, hey, that's Christian McCaffrey. Like, show that man some respect. I'm not saying he should never fumble, but 3 times, I don't know. Here. At the same time, it's a catch for me too, because it's like, why would you take and ram him into a bigger all-pro caliber linebacker?
Yeah.
Like, why would you put yourself in that predicament? Now, if you got Zeke, I get trying to do that. If you got Saquon, maybe Todd Gurley, I get trying to do that. But
McCaffrey's not a trucker either, is he? He's
not a power back.
Trucker.
He's not a power back. No.
Yeah. So don't right. So I
run him like a power back.
Tariq Cohen. Me and Boone was talking about that. That's why Boone wanted to trade it for Chris Carson. As electric as Tariq Cohen is, he's not that dude that you can have tote the rock 25 times between the tackles. He's that dude you need to hit on the flats on the RPO. He's that dude you need to hit out the back.
He's a scat back. He's a scat back. He's a martial back.
Hit him on a toss. But to like take him on 3rd and 1 in an I-form power formation to try to ram up the middle, like that's not going to be a good look.
And like I said, if guys don't know, this is the thing. You can run the ball all day, right? But if you do not hold R1, you are basically running, showing the ball, like old school football. You know, like PE football, they say cover the ball. If you don't hold R1, you're just running like this, you're allowing people to lay the hit on you. But if you hold R1, you use that right stick certain angles, you'll see the motions, but they'll brace for hits and things like that. So it's a lot of things that come into play when you say McCaffrey fumbled 10 times. You know what I'm saying? How is he running, and what is he doing in open space? You know what I'm saying?
Now, I will say this though, like I said, in Ronnie's defense, even though he might want to adjust the style and the way he's using them, I still don't think McCaffrey should be fumbling the ball at that rate. It's not like that's Christian McCaffrey. Like, if you look at it, that dude finished in like the top 4 in every measurable category you can name offensively. Like, he's much better than that amount of fumbles. Just saying, if you're having fumble issues with him, try to utilize him a little differently, because he's not that type of back.
Right.
Yeah, I agree. Joe was saying that Larry Rose is his every down back now. I guess he wanted to thank you on that.
Larry Rose is a physical stature.
Say it again.
What's Larry Rose's like physical stature? Like, what is he?
I'll let you know right now. He's 189, 5'11". You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but Joe has like there's lots of laughs. He's joking too.
Yeah, but to be honest, I don't see him running him straight up the middle. Everything is like
right
tosses and things of that nature in open space, basically open space. You can't make a guy who's an elusive back by trade and try to make him a power runner. So those are those things. Mo, do you have any other things?
I mean, other than because I guess we're on pretty much over week 2, but I definitely want to go over. I mean, I guess we can do the week 3.
Yeah, we'll get to week 3.
But I remember you were like, "Oh, the disrespect." I don't know if I really agree with the Madden, like the player ratings this year. I can't say I saw all of them, but I know a big one. People was like, "Oh, Nick Foles is like a 77 or something like that." I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I agree with the ratings this year.
I'm not hating on Nick Foles. I was going to say this earlier in that combo in the chat. I'm not hating on Nick Foles because you're right. The man has some accolades, but let's not forget the guy has basically been a career backup with the exception of his first season or two. And he came in at the tail end to pick up what Carson Wentz did, and he played 1 or 2 good games. I don't know that rates him being an 85 or higher per se. Like perfect example, I'm an Eli Manning fan and a Giant fan, as you guys know. And the knock on Eli is, listen, he had 2 good games in the Super Bowl. But look at his track record around that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, but here's my thing. Here's my thing. As a backup quarterback, if your starting quarterback gets hurt, not only do you take over the position, but you play well and then you win a Super Bowl. I mean, I'm not saying he should be 85. I agree with you on that one. I'm not saying he should be like anything like 85, but at least give that man an 80. At least give that man an 80.
You know what, Mo? I'll tell you everything you need to know about Nick Foles. And by the way, I'm a Nick Foles fan because if you remember last year, I'm the one that told you in this first run when you was worried, you good. But put it to you like this. The team he was on didn't think enough about him to keep him over Carson Wentz. His own team that he won the Super Bowl for said, I'm good if you roll, bro. See you later. You ain't my dude.
It's a business. It's a business, though. It's a business.
Let's first of all, with Nick Foles, let's do this, right? Because Mo, me and you live in the same area, right? Who did he play for? Philly, right?
Yeah.
He's not Nick Foles' first run here. Let's not forget. You know, when he first got here, they hated him, didn't know anything about him. They praised him when he went on a 4-game winning streak. They thought he was the best thing since sliced bread. Turned out to be a flop. Got rid of him. Brought him back. Was when Wentz got hurt, they didn't really want him to be there. Like, I don't know, how they did it over national, but here in Philly, they didn't want that man there. He went to Super Bowl. Oh, they love him again. You know what I'm saying? He's the man again. They're like, oh, Wentz is coming back. He's like, get his ass up out of here. If there is no love here, like, so this thing with Nick Foles in 77, 8, bro, what are they going to base it off of? Because he's only played a couple games.
And that's my point. It's not that he's bad. I don't think he has enough of a resume to rate boost. He's got a couple of splash plays in big moments, which I don't take nothing away from him. But you're making the ratings based off your overall history, resume, and track record. Period.
All right, but listen.
I guarantee you, if he goes to Jacksonville this year and he shows out, I guarantee you during the course of the season, he will get several updates to boost his numbers. But it's on him. It's like what they call it a prove it deal. When they sign you that 1-year deal, prove it.
Yes.
So prove it.
Here's my thing on Nick Foles, because me personally, I think he only plays good in Philly. And let's just be, if you want to look up statistics, Nick Foles is good when he plays for the Philadelphia Eagles. That's when he plays his best football. It's not even an argument. There's no argument about it. It's like, it's not even an opinion. It's 100% facts. When he plays for the Eagles, that's when he's his best. Do I wish him? I really hope he has a breakout season and a great season because I'm a fan. I can't not be a fan at this point as an Eagles fan. Only one Super Bowl. The quarterback that brought you he didn't bring us there, but you know what I'm saying. But I feel as though I get that he only played the good games, but this man played good in the playoffs, and then you got to play the Patriots, which is in my time the best dynasty. Of my time, the best dynasty. That man showed up. That man performed. Give that man an 80, man. He played the New England Patriots, the best dynasty of my era. You can't get that man at 77. I get it.
Hey, remember 2007 when the Giants beat the undefeated Patriots, right?
Mm-hmm.
And David Tyree had the helmet catch. The next year in Madden, he went from a 65 overall, but now
because of a helmet catch? But I'm not talking about we're not talking about
helmet catch, that's one of the greatest plays in history, and ultimately
the
Giants winning that game.
So
now, normally he's a 67 backup wide receiver special teamer. What I'm telling you is the next season in Madden should he have been an 80?
Because that won the Super Bowl. Without the helmet catch, they don't win that. They don't win the Super Bowl.
Should he have been an 80?
Okay, I get what you're saying, but you're going off of a play. It might have been a miracle, but it was a play.
And you're going off of a game.
No, I'm not going off a game. Nick Foles, the whole playoffs. It's just not just one game.
The whole playoffs, bro. You making it seem like there's 25 games in the playoffs.
It doesn't. There's only one game. Okay, but listen. But check this out. Okay,
they played three.
What you said was a helmet catch. Okay, you're comparing the wide receiver with a helmet catch versus a quarterback. Quarterback is the most important position in football. Are we going to argue that or no?
Left tackle.
Okay. Okay. Either way,
but I know Gates is going because you're right.
But do you get? I agree. The line is important too. But do you get what I'm saying though?
What's the quarterback? I got you.
You get what I'm saying? So I'm not saying that he's elite or nothing like that because he's he was about to retire.
I'm gonna use your own example. Remember Nick Foles' first season with Philly? He had 29 touchdowns and 2 picks, and he killed it. And he was supposedly the next big thing. What happened after that? What happened to Jameis Winston after that first good season? That Madden is not about a flash in the pan, bro. You have to prove it. To quote Gates, what have you done for me lately? Okay, you're talking about 3 good games he had. I'm saying that Madden to get that love, you need a track record. Period, point blank discussion. They're going to look at him this year in Jacksonville. If he shows up and shows up, I guarantee that he's going to get huge love during the season. And before the season's over, that dude will probably be in the mid-80s, like 85, 86, if he does his thing. But they're not going to give it to him. Patrick Mahomes last year, even though he had all of the hype, Patrick Mahomes started off as one of the low-ranked QBs and finished Madden as one of the higher-ranked because they blessed that dude consistently during the season as he performed regularly.
Yeah, consistency. Yeah, he has.
Do you think he should be the number 1 quarterback like in the game? Do you think Patrick Mahomes should be like the number 1 quarterback in the game right now? Or
my honest opinion, that's such a good question. I want to say yeah, because I don't see nothing he can't do. The dude is cerebral. He's mobile. The dude can make every throw in the book you need. The dude can no-look pass. And I'm not saying that should be a big deal, but this dude is freakishly talented. This dude can do any and everything you need. The easy answer to say is Brady because it's Tom Brady. Sooner or later, Brady is going to hit that wall, San Antonio Spurs style, and show up one day and be 50 years old on the field, and it's going to hit them all at once. The same thing with Drew Brees. You know what? I know Aaron Rodgers in that mix. Aaron Rodgers is an underachiever. I don't care what nobody says. For all that talent, for him to have 1 ring, I'm not hearing that shit. So to me, it basically comes down to Mahomes, Brees, and Brady.
Yeah, and I think it depends on your style of play, right? Like,
all right, so go against what you said. You said because you're right that he's a special quarterback, and best believe he's going to go down if he's continue to do what he does. He's going to go on history. But and mind you, I fucking hate the Patriots. I can't stand the Patriots. Let's be realistic. I can't. I hate the Patriots. So Tom Brady. So let's say. What on the list of quarterbacks, Tom Brady is listed what on this Madden? He's like what number? What is
I don't know. You got it up, Gates?
Yeah, I got. I mean, they have him ranked as
That's a good
he's ranked as
question.
96. He's ranked as 96.
Right, but like out of the quarterbacks, do you have any idea if he's like the second highest ranked quarterback?
Yeah, quarterbacks. Yeah, let's go to quarterback.
Top 3 easily. I guarantee you, without knowing, I know they got him in the top 3. It's probably
he's number 2. He's number 2.
Like I said.
Oh, so he's behind Pat Mahomes?
Pat Mahomes, Tom Brady, Phillip Rivers, Andrew Luck, Drew Brees, Russell Wilson, and Aaron Rodgers.
Wow, I'm surprised. Brees is like 6 or 7.
Andrew Luck is. You know what? Okay.
And Andrew Luck had the season. I still couldn't put him over Brees though.
Let me.
I would have put him over Rodgers.
Can I speak to the Mahomes thing real quick?
Yeah.
So the Mahomes thing, right? Mahomes was what last year? He was a 1-year player, right?
Yeah.
There was a time where Cam Newton was a 1-year player, and RG3 was a 1-year player. his benefit and his advantage was they didn't really have no tape on him. So everything he did last year was amazing. Because, bro, you're out there running around doing something that people have never seen or never schemed against. This year, to me, is his best. This year will be his proving year. Because now they have nothing. All people have nothing but all summer to sit and watch you, watch your hand calls, watch your leg calls, watch all of that. If he then performs like that this year, then yeah, he needs to be the best player in QB and Madden. But his advantage to it last year was nobody really had no game film on him. Not enough to scheme and game plan around him. But best believe that a lot of that's just going to stop this year, unless again he has another great year like that. I mean, he is everything that you said he is, Ty.
I agree in regards to professional NFL level coordinators having a year of tape gives them the ability to put something together. But the reason why I'm a firm believer that Mahomes is the best quarterback is because the skill set and talents he has isn't something you can scheme against. Like, how do you set up your defense to take away a no-look pass? You can't. So this is a rare athletic. It's like Lamar Jackson. Granted, he's not super effective throwing the ball, but the Lamar Jacksons, the Mike Vicks, even Mike Vick, when people knew what he was going to do, he's such a freakish, unique athlete that hasn't been seen at that position. How do you scheme against that? So I feel like Mahomes is in that category. Can you try to contain him or slow him down? Yeah. Are you going to stop him? No, because the skill set he brings is not something that's been seen before, or it's not something you can tangibly quantify to put a plan in place to say, I'm taking away the no-look pass. I'm taking away the fact that he can throw the ball 80 freaking yards.
Right, but we've seen that. We've seen Vic do those things, right? Besides the no-look pass, we've seen Vic.
Now, the Madden curse is going to take care of him this year.
We've seen Michael Vick throw the ball 80 yards.
To both of you guys, because it ties into this. Do you or do you not believe in the Madden curse?
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Name somebody who beat it.
There was one person.
Ooh. You know why? It was Larry and Palomalo because they both won the same cover at the same time. That was the only time.
I want to say it was AB, but technically the next year, like, I forgot what happened to him, so people tied that back to Madden. But technically for the year AB was on the cover, AB was still AB. It's just the next year, like, some fluke shit happened, and I forget what it was. But I mean, so along the lines, then you probably believe in the Drake curse.
No.
What's different?
The man curse has been consistent for a long time. You know what I'm saying?
The Drake curse is consistent for a long time.
Nah. You know what curse is? You know what curse is real? The season MVP really never wins a Super Bowl.
I never thought about that.
Doesn't happen. Season MVP doesn't win the Super Bowl unless maybe maybe fucking Tom Brady did it, but
that's a good thing. I have to look that up.
That's another one.
You know what's funny? I can't say yay and nay. I believe in the Madden curse, but I'll put it to you like this: if I was an NFL player and asked me if I wanted to be on the cover, I would seriously think about it.
I'm good on it.
Yeah, I would seriously think about declining it because whether or not I believe it or not, why am I going to take that chance? It hadn't worked out good for nobody else. Why take the chance?
That's what I'm saying. It's been proven. You mean to tell me Madden's been around 25 years? You can only name one person who's beat it? No, I'm good. Nah, that check ain't good enough for me. I'm cool.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, wouldn't be right. I know it's only week 2. Ty, who we need to get it together?
Ooh, that's hard because, like you said, it's only week 2.
Boom, Mo, I didn't want to do it, but I was going to do it to you. I was going to put you on the list, brother. Your team's too powerful. You be 0-2. But it's still a lot of football left in your fair.
Hey, Mo, let me ask you this as a sidebar to getting together. What do you think the problem is, like, on your end? It's like, what's going wrong?
Well, people, actually, I know exactly what's going on. So, how people were like, oh, Tick got 4 plays, this, that, and the third. Nigga, I got like 4 plays on offense and defense. Both of them. I'm going to switch from 1 to 2 to 3 to 1 to 2 to Ty, this is true. I'm not making this up. This has been me since Madden, since I've been playing it. I got like 4 plays on offense, 4 plays on defense. the shit just not working this Madden. So I need to practice. I need to hit the lab. Yeah, my team is the best. When I'm on the field, I don't feel like that. When I'm on the field, I don't see the best team in NFL. So I don't know. I need to focus and pay attention. I've been playing Madden for a long time, and I just, I gotta play it. I don't really focus. I feel like I might gotta focus on this year. I gotta like put some more time and attention to it.
Yeah, I think Mo, you're going through what a lot of people go on every Madden, early on in Madden. You got to find your identity. You don't know who you are yet. I mean, your natural instinct is to do everything that you've been doing in the last 2 or 3 Maddens. And when that doesn't work, you're like, okay, maybe it's just not working in practice. No, it's not working in practice. It's not working in week 1.
Hey, yo, I might have the Gates curse because my best football is played when you're not around. That's just
right.
Realistic.
Listen, there's been a lot of Super Bowls when I ain't around.
You was gone, and I was playing some decent football. I was making playoffs.
There's a lot of Super Bowls. A lot of people.
I was like, you know what? I can't wait till Gates make a fucking show.
There's a couple guys win some Super Bowls when I ain't around either, but it is what it is.
And I thought about it. I do got to get it together since you hit Mo. He was a guest on our show last week to restart it. Bill Lynn, head commish, Steelers owner, brother. You didn't just lose both games. You got blown out in both games. Right? It's one thing, like perfect example, Ronnie Simpson, the Carolina Panthers. Ronnie lost 2 games, but he didn't get blown out, and he was in both of those games. That's going to happen. But Bill lost both games badly. So clearly there's not an idea yet in terms of how he wants to, like, how do I want to move? How am I going to proceed? How am I going to run my offense? How am I going to call my game plan? I think there's a lot of the confusion. What do you call organized confusion? There's no organization yet. It's just confusion. Yeah. So I would say, Bill, you my compadre, you my ace, well, brother, you're going to have to get it together because it's not that you lost. You're losing badly.
Yeah.
You need to figure something out to compete a little bit better. It's early, so I'm not panicked about you. But if I'm being asked 2 weeks in, Bill Lynn, get it together, brother.
Do you think that Bell and AB play a huge part in that for him not being able to compete at that level? I mean, they still have a good team, but I mean,
it hurts. But you're right. I don't think that's it. I think literally what you just said to Mo. Finding yourself is super important early in the season, right? Or who are you? What is your team identity? What are you trying to do? You said earlier, before we went on the air, you like where you're at, but you want to add some deep plays into the arsenal because that's who you are.
Yeah.
So you have a goal in mind. You're going to build that team accordingly. You're going to scheme and lab plays to get to that point, and you will get there because that's who you are. At the end of the day, I don't think Bill knows how he wants to go about it on defense and offense yet. And I think that's why there's confusion. Like, we always tease him about the organized confusion because he runs a bunch of random things. But when you don't know who you are and you're running random things, you're almost like just throwing shit at the wall to see what sticks. Yeah. And if you're playing dudes that kind of got it together, it's not going to go well for you.
Yeah, I think one thing that I noticed with Bill, I don't even know if he's developed a scheme yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, are you playing true to Pittsburgh being a fan? Are you playing true to who your team is in Madden? If that makes any sense, like because you feel like he is a Steelers, he should pound the ball 2-3 times, like again, or in his defense, other teams like him, like year one. What are you trying to do year one? Like Don Joe has a Dolphins.
That's really important.
Yeah,
that's important. Good point.
Don Joe has a Dolphins, and he's 68. His competitiveness in his mind is like, yo, I want to win it all. But Don Joe knows, like, yo, this team ain't built for that. You know what I'm saying? So
that's the approach I have.
Yeah. So it's like, yo, what am I doing by the end of year one? Go as hard as I can, lose however many games I lose, whatever. But I now see all the band-aids, all the holes and scars that are.
Can I chime in on this one? It's crazy because, like, you were like, is he playing as a fan or as a player? And it's crazy. And Ty will tell you this, and so will Cletus. I'm an Eagles fan too much where I need to fucking cut people 2 years ago, but I still got them on the roster. Like, oh, I need them. And so when we come to the season's over and I got to draft, I got to sign players, I don't have money and I'm negative. I'm like, yo, what's up? I don't got this, I don't got that. And pretty much that might be a downfall to, certain players where, they're too much of a fan. They're not really paying attention. Like, you got to understand it's a video game. You got to let the motherfuckers go. For example, Carson Wentz, this motherfucker wanted like $35 million a season, and I fucking paid him, and I couldn't pay nobody else.
And I laughed at Mo, and I called him because me and Mo, it's funny. Now, behind the scenes, me and Mo are divisional rivals, but Mo's a good brother, and I like Mo. And like I always try to hip him the game or help him where I can. And people may not know this because it's going to sound crazy because he's in my division, but I have his phone number and I would literally call him on the phone and discuss roster moves that was good for him, even though it could potentially hurt me, because at the end of the day, I'm competitive and I like to win, but he's a good dude and he genuinely was making mistakes and errors. And I'm like, I'm going to help him. Like, I'm not going to worry about the fact of whether or not it's going to bite me in the ass. I just go out and play my game, but I'm at least tell him what I can tell him to try to help him staff-wise. Now, Kurt is asking a question, and more you guys can chime in as well, but his question is, how do you build a scheme? And I would just tell you guys what I look at, and then maybe you guys can say what you do. For me, when I'm building a scheme, there's certain pieces I always look for. The very first thing I look for
is... real quick. I got it. Do defense, because you're really good at defense. How do you build a defensive scheme?
Okay.
I'll handle offense, you do defense.
Okay, defense. The first thing I look to do is I build the defense around my personnel. And I'm actually glad you pushed me this way, because this goes back to another conversation I was having with some other folks about understanding how the zones play this year. Mo, the reason why the stuff you're doing doesn't work this year is because literally zones are playing stuff differently. So stuff that you thought was open, like perfect example, I'm big on timing routes. But maybe it's because the Giants receivers aren't the best. I don't get enough separation this year, I'm noticing, with receivers to hit these timing routes. So from a defensive standpoint, okay, what do? I try to play to the strength of my defense. I like to bring a lot of pressure. I don't have the defensive line to do it no more. Before I used to have Strahan, or I had Tubb, or I had Damon Harrison, or I had JPP. So I would look to run 4-3 based stuff and stuff where my D ends, I can utilize their strength. Now, the Giants, they went to a 3-4 in real life, so their D ends suck. They have big road grade cloggers like Dalvin Thomas in the middle, so I feel like I have to stay in that 3-4. So what I try to do, the first thing is I draft people that's going to fit what I do. I don't care about the names. I don't care about certain attributes. I look for speed at that linebacker position, because those are going to be the guys making plays. They're going to be the guys in passing lanes. They're going to be the guys coming at the QB. So when I'm drafting and I'm building in free agency, I'm looking at guys to fit that. I like to play a lot of zone. I'm not a big man person. So I'm looking at cornerbacks that can cover a lot of ground, that are really fast, that have a good zone. I don't give a shit if their man is 51. If their zone is 80, that's my dude. I don't care about man. Now, this year, I'm having to rethink that a little bit. So that's one. So once I have the pieces in place, the whole idea of a scheme, whether it's offense or defense, is no matter what you do, you have to make everything look the same, which is what Tig did against Boone. It was so genius with that mid blitz, because it always looked every down like Tig was blitzing, but he wasn't. But he had put the fear in Boone of the blitz, and that's the objective. So you want to run uniform whatever you do. So what I try to find, you have to have a run stopper in whatever formation you want to use. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's the dollar, the dime. You better have something you can use to stop the run. You don't want to have to jump out your main formation to go into another formation, because somebody smart is going to know every time you go on a 5-2 or a 4-4, you're coming out to stop the run. So whatever formation you like to use, come up with a run stopper, number one. Number two, come up with a play that gives you enough heat to get to the QB when you want to sack somebody. So whatever formation you want to use, have a run stopper, have a play with heat, figure out a coverage play. Make all three of these plays look the same. You set up your run D, make it look like your blitz. When you set up your blitz, make it look like your coverage. When you set up your coverage, make it look like your blitz. Once you have a play in that formation to fit every scenario you want, as long as you make it look all the same and you practice that scheme and you draft players to fit that scheme and you get free agents to fit that scheme, you will have success. That's what I do.
Cool.
I'm sorry. I like that. So I've been learning. A lot of people know how to like, for example, for other people, they're not at the use alert. For the most part, everybody uses alert. My dumb ass don't know how to use alert. So I might need to like invest in a line, a nasty ass line, because I play on the line. And then this year it seems like it's you. If you got a nice line, it might not matter if you got a nasty ass cornerback or a middle linebacker. If you can't get the ball off, you can't get the ball off. And that until they patch it up, until they might change something differently, you have versus a good line, you have or a blitz, you have maybe like 1.5 to 2 seconds to throw the ball off. Doesn't matter if you have AB or Julio Jones. If you can't get the ball off, I feel like you can't get the ball off. Hey, that's me speaking from my style of play. Because
right. I'm going to tell you something, no more. That Gates has told me, and I believe it 100%, and it's one of the realest things I ever heard Gates say as long as I've known Gates. The reason why I'm against using the D-line is because typically if you use the D-line, who are you using? You're using Fletcher Cox. When I see the Panthers do it, he's using Kawan Short. Here's what Gates has said, and I agree with it 100%. Let your great players be great. If you're using the play that's great, in effect, you're taking him out of the play, gambling to make another play. Mm-hmm. That's why a lot of times if you're using a lesser linebacker, like I use the Lorenzo Carter. He's fast. Is he a good name? He's not. But why would I want to use an Alec Ogletree? Because Alec Ogletree on his own, if I don't tamper with him, is going to do his fair share of making plays. I'm actually taking him out of the plays by using him. So that's my only thing I would tell you about using the D-line. You're using your best dude, Fletcher Cox. Let Fletcher Cox cause havoc on his own and focus on somebody else. And now it's a two-pronged attack. Gates believes in that, and I agree with Gates 1,000,000%. And again, it's one of the best things I ever heard Gates say. It's true.
Yeah. So for me, to build an offensive team, I'll do it on the offensive side, right? First thing I do is I look at my roster. That's, like you said, the QBs are starting is like the most important part, right? So I look at like throw power. If my guy doesn't have 90+ throw power, I already know a lot of them deep shots that I want to do, I can't do, right? Then I look at the type of running back I have. He's a power back. Then I know I can't be running tall screens and things of that nature. It's got to be a lot of like power rolls, halfback power, things of that nature. Same thing with receivers, speed versus route running, things of that nature. So once I figure that all out, then I go and look into the playbook that's designed for my team already. Like the Texans, like I look right at their playbook. Like I can't pick the Texans and try to run a square playbook or run and shoot, and it's like they're not even built for that. You know what I'm saying? What are my linemen like? Are they like agile linemen? Are they pass protecting linemen? Are they balanced? Are they running? And I just play to them strengths. And then I find a playbook that's similar to that style. Like the Texans, but they have Watson as the quarterback. So I know now, like him being fast and all that, I can run a pistol style or a shotgun style with a little read option mix like that. And he doesn't have 90 throw power, but he has good short accuracy. So I'm not going to be trying to chuck it 30, 40 yards down the field. I'm going to try it. That's just me, just taking my shot. You know what I'm saying? But that's how I build the scheme. I build the scheme around my personnel. Then I build the playbook around it. And then I play to them strengths all the time. Like if, for example, Kirk has the Saints. Like Drew Brees can make every throw. Plus he has that ability to put players on any routes that he wants. So ironically, bro, you can come out on any pass play you want and auto boy it to make it look like whatever you want. You have unlimited possibilities. You know what I'm saying? Plus you have Kamara, who has all these crazy superstar traits out of the backfield. I would be shotgun heavy. Me personally, I'd be shotgun heavy, running out of shotgun. Drew Brees only needs like 4 or 5 consistent passes to get hot. My first 4 or 5 plays, I'm bam, bam, bam. Drew Brees got the X. When he has that X under him, people want to drop back in super coverage, and then Kamara should have just killed. Because everybody's so afraid of Drew Brees staying hot and throwing darts all over the field. You play off of that. So those are the two. I think Ty answered a great way for a defensive scheme. He dumbs it all the way down. Find your run stopper, find your blitz, and find your coverage. For me, it's like find my strengths, play to them strengths, and then I expose everything based on them strengths. And that's how I build a team. You know what I'm saying?
The only thing I would add to that offensively, going back to what you said about dumbing it down, Mo, last year you played predominantly a 1-3-1. I called you on the phone to talk to you about it. I told you I hate that formation. And I'm going to tell you why, because it builds into what Gates said and what Kurt is asking. I hated that formation because when you come out in that jumbo package, automatically it's run heavy. So I have to play a certain type of defense because I have to deal with the run first and foremost. But you actually developed good enough passing out of it to where you kept me off guard. The purpose of a scheme, folks, is to keep your opponent guessing. How many times, all of you guys, you got Gates and Mo and everybody that's chiming in, Don Joe, Kurt, they're all cerebral players. How many times have you seen somebody come out in a formation, and when you see the formation, you automatically had a thought in your head, I know what they're going to do.
Yeah.
When you have a scheme, you know your scheme is good. When your opponent honestly goes, shit, is he going to do this? Or is he going to do this? Or is he going to do this? Or is he going to do this? A scheme normally should be at the very least 3 plays that look the same. Example, I love running trips tight end because I've been running New England for about 5 years. When I come out at trips tight end, the first thing my opponent's going to think is, okay, got to watch inside zone. But shit, this dude likes hitting that level sales play. But what if it's not that? What if it's that PA shot play? So now I'm dictating terms to the defense because they don't know whether they need to play run D. They don't know whether they need to guard the PA shot across the field, or they don't know if they need to stay down low for the double sale. And that's what Gates does. And at the end of the day, whether it's offense or defense, that's how you're going to be successful with a scheme. It's a chess game. It's not checkers. If your opponent knows what you're going to do, you lost. Period, point blank. They're going to lurk you. They're going to take that shit away. And when they take it away and you don't have plan B, you're going to suffer some hard times. And God bless you at that point. You have to keep your opponent on their toes. That's why everything you do needs to look the same at all times.
That's why I pick a lot of I pick a lot of formations where there are not a lot of motions when I audible.
Yes.
Like when I audible, the tight end might slightly move a little bit, or the receiver might they just adjust a little. Because that formation now can be bunched pistol tight end. It could be 4 or 5 different other formations. Like, for example, tight doubles, tight flex, shotgun tight. It's like 4 where there's like the bunch, that little bunch style type formation where you could just audible between them 3 or 4, and you got like audible, like 16 different plays. If you know what I'm saying, set up the audibles right.
See, that's why I said I gotta pay attention more. Because I feel like Ty said this before. He said like, I feel like I don't know. He might have did on another show where he's like, "Oh, Mo really doesn't like pay attention. Like I really don't pay attention. Like I've had my 4 to 6 plays on offense, my 4 to 5 plays on defense. I've never really like set up like a offensive scheme or audible stuff like that. And it's crazy because you were like, "Oh, you should really notice if your opponent, use the same plays." The only play that I really recognize in Madden is like I think it's out of a shotgun. No running back. It's a streak. No, this is a common one too. It's a streak on the far left. And then you got the 3 wide receivers on the right. You got them both going like out, up, out, up, out, up. Everyone does the same. I don't know the name of the play, but
sticking out. But I think it was on my PA shot post out of the tight flex because that was what everybody was running last year. And you have the one dude on the left on the streak, and then you have the 2 dudes on the far right breaking across the field in post patterns that bend in different intervals. So it creates a hot low read. The dude on the left clears out the left side of the field. The 2 dudes on the right make you choose between, do I want to drop down low or do I want to go up high? And whichever way you go, a Gates is a super smart dude on offense. So Gates and Ty go up top to chase the 20-yard out route. He's going to dump down low and take his yards and turn upfield. Right. If I drop down low, he's going to go over the top of my head, and that's where it gets real difficult to stop that shit.
Yeah, and you got to look at it like this, Mo, right? Somebody comes out, what's the eye close, right? Eye form close, right? There's only three or four different plays, popular plays. You always think of popular plays. They come out with that toss, the stretch, or one of them play action passes, where it's the deep post. You know what I'm saying? When Ty comes out, not Ty, but you come out in there. that Patriots formation that's associated to that book, the U trips, whatever that is, right? Where it's like we used to have to speed out all the time.
Yeah.
Right. So that's the play.
U trips week.
Yeah, U trips week. So it's like, speed out. Now the speed out isn't what it used to be in the Madden, so I don't really have to worry about that. But then you have to play where the running back goes into motion, like all the motion, he hikes it. You know what I'm saying? So once you start to see these things, Mo, and we're like creatures of habit. So a lot of people will rear their hand in first and second quarter. And you'll see them when it's like a 3rd and 7. Ty called this. Oh, there's another 3rd and he called this. So comes the 3rd and 4th quarter, it's like, well, he needs a big play. I'm a plan for these 2 big plays. And, based on habits and things like that, you build upon that. So that's, good players don't make it all look the same in scheme, but also good players also adjust and things of that nature in game.
I agree with you. So, like, once for the most part, I would like to say, like, at least people are at least minimum 2 leagues, but everybody is in the same league, 2 or 3 leagues together. We got USFL, we got UG. You might have something else. So, like, for example, from my week 1 game with Truck, I played Truck so many times. When I tell you that I know how he plays, but a lot of people, it's different type of players. It's like, okay, for example, for me, I don't care what other people are playing with. I like to stick with what I do my shit. My 4 plays, whatever that is in the 3rd. A lot of people play people and like, oh, I don't like your scheme. You cheated. But like, for example, when I played Truck today, the blitz that he did today, he's never done those blitzes. It usually would be the blitzes that he would complain about. So when I tell you that he caught me off guard completely. Like, he's not the blitzing type. And plus it's a different Madden. So, like, I try to remember schemes, but yesterday when I played him, that was a new experience for me. Because I'm playing an opponent that I think I know what he's going to do, and he switches up. Versus when me and Ty play each other, me and Ty, we don't play so many times. We do the same shit. It's whether, like, are you going to pick the right play at the right time? Versus when I play Truck like in different leagues. I know what he's going to do. And when I played him like in this new Madden, he hit me with some new shit. And I was just like, damn, like I had no answer for it. So I mean, it's different kind of players. They're like
chess, man. It's chess. It's not chess, it's chess.
Yeah,
that's all that. When me and Ty play, I hit him up after the game. Good. That was a good chess match. It's not checkers, bro. It's not checkers.
And he hit it right on the head because there's certain people out the gate, and Gates is one of them for me. I already know when I see them on the schedule and I got them next to the advance, I already know that basically it's like 2 Rams running across the field and it's going to butt heads. And I know it's not our game calling. It's not our scheme. It's not our stick. What's going to happen is 2 things when I play a Gates type. Who can execute or who can pull out that one play that the other person hasn't seen before because we know each other so well. It's the same thing with me and Boone. Same thing with me and Cletus. Same thing with me and you, Mo. That's why I was smart what Truck did. You have to change it up. And it's real simple. Sometimes somebody can hit you with something new, but if you have the right Madden mindset, you can adjust and take it away. It's when you can't adjust or you're like, oh, shit. But see, now this goes back to what I told you before the show started. That's why, Mo, I told you. A lot of people, the way they lab is a lot of people have the mindset of, I'm just going to play as many games as possible. I'm going to join 25 leagues and play 18 games a day. And then when I'm not doing that, I'm going to play 50,000 games a month. And when I'm not doing that, I'm going to play 9,000 games online. Because in their mind, the more reps they get, the more they feel they can get their timing down in a flow. I'm the exact opposite. I'm going to pick and choose when I'm going to play online. I'm going to pick and choose when I'm going to play lab games, all of that good stuff. Because I spend a lot of time, Cletus does it, Gates does it, Boone does it. We're not going to join 10 leagues. We're not playing 25 games a day. We're going to sit there and break down game film. We're going to watch an hour's worth of our own gameplay and see what do we do good? What do we do bad? Why did this play keep busting me in the head? What's going on? I'll give you an example. Preseason, everybody knows I'm zone heavy. And I love me some cover 3. I played Boone. I was sacking the hell out of Boone. I kept putting Boone in 3rd and 20-something. Boone converted every third down, and it was pissing me off. And I kept thinking to myself, he was hitting me in the slot with a streak straight up the field. And I kept going, how in the hell is this happening? I'll tell you why. Because every other year in a cover 3, the safety would play that streak in the slot. This year in the cover 3, it's an area of vulnerability. So when you go back and look at the film and you realize the safety is not going to cover that guy, if you still want to play cover 3, you can, but now you might need to use that. Now you might need to cross-man that. Now you might need to put a safety on that. And those are the things you're only going to see. You're not going to realize that by playing 15 games in a day. You're going to realize that by getting off them sticks, looking at your game and going, how is this dude open? How am I getting killed on this play? Damn, I keep running this blitz. I keep getting hit here in coverage. What can I do to cover this area? How does it look? Let me slow the tape down. What offense is he running? So Gates, Cletus, myself, Boone, I'm not saying playing 10,000 games doesn't work. I'm saying for me, there's more value in studying the game and taking a cerebral approach as opposed to just playing game after game after game after game after game. Because I'm getting my head kicked in and I don't know why, but I played 6 hours worth of games. What good did it do me?
Right.
I ain't no better for it. I'd rather play 2 games in the whole day and spend an hour and a half looking at film and learning shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm in practice all day. I'm running the same formation on random D.
So
1,000 times, bro, until I do it.
So do you stream? So you stream all your games, even if you're not like the home. So you stream all your games.
All right, I stream my practice game. Me and Boone Lab. I record it. I know he recording his.
I record my practice games, and I stream most of them. Now, if it's somebody I'm playing like Gates knows my channel by heart. Probably follows me. I know his channel by heart. I probably follow him. So if I'm playing him and he's the home team, I'll let him stream because I know he archives his games, and I can very easily go on his channel and see the game. So why do I need to stream it? But if I don't know the person or they're suspect or jinky or I don't know, then yeah, I'm gonna stream it just so I can have it in my back pocket. And what Gates said earlier is true too. You don't just stream the losses. I mean, you don't just study the losses. You want to study the wins too, because you won for a reason, bro. What did you do that was good? Why was you successful? Why was you able to consistently get that tight end attack play to work? Where do them routes break? Okay, that is a good play, but the rest of the league is going to catch up to it. Let me go in the lab now. I already got tight end attack in the back. I already got a halfback dive I can hit him with. What can I complement him with? See, now that's another thing about an offensive scheme. For me, and Gates said this earlier about when he plays me, offensively, scheme-wise, I try to rotate the sides of the field that I'm attacking to really keep my opponent on his toes. I'm going to give you an example. Conversation last year in Madden 19 with me and Boone. Boone came up with a devastating play, and that's that PA read that he likes to run out the wide strips. And it's the mother if you ain't prepared for it, because the tight end does a weird zig off the line. He's automatically going to be open. Then when he's done with the pass action, the guy on the left in the slot comes up about 10 or 15 yards. So automatically, user's in no man's land. And over the top of that, if the user, most users are going to take what comes across their eye. Whatever their eyes see first, they're going to run to that. But behind that 10, 15 yards above that is another breaker. So Boone is patient. If his blocking holds up, he's going to take whatever read you don't take. So you're in a no-win proposition. But people started catching up to Boone. I caught up to Boone. Whenever I see that formation, before the play action was done, I ran to where I knew he was going to throw the ball, and I called him on the phone, and I said, listen, bro, flip that play. Because you're going to get a smart-ass guy like me, and I don't mean smart-ass in a good way, I mean a smart-ass that's going to run to the right. Cleveland does it too, because I see Cleveland do it, but it's called you ass out.
Yo, Cletus will watch your game, right? And see the formation, and he'll be already standing there with his user before you got the ball.
When the ball is snapped, he's taking off to where the ball, and now you're sitting there going, oh, shit. Like, I was so locked in on that read. Now, that 1 second pause, sack.
You know what's crazy about this conversation? Because, like, in my 30 years of life, y'all said some real stuff. You said you watch the games you lose, but you also watch the games that you win. Because you won the game, but you see what you did that was effective. But you can also watch it because, even though you played a great game, you could have played better. I've never surprisingly heard that.
No, I'm watching everybody on my schedule's game. Everybody on my schedule, I'm watching a game.
Or I'm going to tell you something else why watching what you do well works. A lot of people talk about people getting plays from YouTube and this, that, and the third. I've had this conversation with Boone. I've had it with Gates. I've had it with Cletus. You know why people getting the plays from YouTube doesn't bother me? For two reasons. One, 90% of everybody's doing that shit. So whoever says they're not is a damn liar, number one. Number two, a lot of times if you don't have a Madden mindset or a football mindset, you can go and take a hot play. But what's going to happen is this. You ain't the only one taking that hot play. Everybody else is running that shit in the community. So when you have a lot of exposure to it, you know how to clamp it up. But because the person that stole the play didn't put in any work or lob it or doesn't know how to play works, they're bottled up and boxed up when somebody knows how to stop it, stops it, and then they're screwed. So I always tell people the danger in just ripping plays and not labbing and putting in work is you don't know what makes the play work. Yeah. You see people running a play, you think, oh, that's great, I'm going to do it too. What happens when it gets clamped up? You don't know how to adjust. You don't know what hot routes can open up and free other shit. You have to work it.
Over the weekend, I go on YouTube and I look at all the popular plays, right? And I go right into the practice mode and I run them. But I'm on the defensive side, locking all that shit up. All them popular plays. So when I see them, when I see that formation, I already know what's coming. You're going to run someone through a play off YouTube.
I think this might be my second or third year with the CFM. People are always in like group chats like, oh, you're running YouTube plays. I've never in my life went to YouTube. I don't know. I like to learn by, I don't know. I'm a hands-on person. Like if I play you in a game and you hit me with these blitzes, I'm going to remember it. I've never went on YouTube and searched for Madden plays. I've never. So when people say YouTube plays, I don't know what YouTube plays are because I've never, you know what I mean? Like
what they're saying, Mo, is you have certain Madden quote unquote pros in the community that they go to these tournaments and they put out plays on YouTube. Yeah. So they'll bring a play out and they'll say, okay, on this play, if you want to beat cover 3, this is the adjustment you got to make. If you want to beat cover 2, this is what you got to do. Now, I'll be honest. A few years ago, I was big on doing that. I've really gotten away from that to where I hardly look at YouTube plays, and I'm going to tell you why. Because it's so popular now that it takes away your ability to think through shit. And if it's super popular, like PA post shot out of tight double was, you're going to see it a lot. So once you know how to lock it up, you're at a disadvantage because everybody knows what you're going to do. The reason I like to work on my own shit and I've really gotten away from YouTube is originality to me is key in being able to separate yourself from other people. Nobody knows what I'm going to run the way I run it because it's not all over YouTube. But everybody damn well knows how to stop XYZ play on YouTube because they've seen it 8 billion times and everybody's running this shit.
Yeah. Can I ask you a question? Do you think, well, because we're early in Madden 20, I guess we're about to be in week 3. So you see the blitzes and the the lineman thing. Do you feel like the blitzes do you think people are going to consider those YouTube plays or glitches or stuff like that in the early stages of Madden 20? You know what I'm saying? Like the blitzes where you only have literally like 1.5 to 2 seconds to get the ball off.
So those things are popular now because the big update hasn't come, right? So the trend is Madden launches, people running these contained blitzes and things of that nature, right? EA does that on purpose, right? So they allow people to put all this content out and they watch it. So then they nerf a lot of it. You know what I'm saying? So
that's
what's popular this month probably won't be popular come October because they nerf all of that. They want the content creators to come out running all out and they say, okay, this is the thing that's happening right now. Let's stop all of it. But then a lot of them guys, once they nerf it, they're back to ground zero. Don't know what to do with themselves.
To be honest, and I could really say this being a defensive person from a defensive standpoint, 65% of the blitzes effective in any Madden are glitches. To be 100% honest with you, because they're plays that are designed to trick out the offensive line AI to free up people. And the reason I said 65% is there's a legitimate 35% that's straight up smart football. Like when people shift and stunt lines and create overloads on the right side of the line. If I got 3 people blitzing on the right side of the line, you got 2 blockers, bro. You don't got to be Einstein to figure out I have a 1-person advantage, so somebody's going to get through. That's not a glitch. That's literal human football. But when you do things like bring a dude down to the line and stand and hover in between the center and the guard, that's designed to glitch out the lineman to think that he needs to pick up that assignment, and he runs out and stands there like a dummy with his hands up like a big dumbass, and people are running right past him and he won't do anything. Well, it's designed to make the halfback come out and think he needs to block with the left, but the dude comes from the right. So like they said, the reason why Madden is good with people doing that is because Madden, they use that information to figure out where the game is broken. And when they see these glitches, they then go, okay, well, obviously the offensive line is at a disadvantage. Let's do this. That's why contain was taken away last year, because 90% of all of the blitzes in the game had to do with containing on the line. That's why that shit went away. Now, Drew, the Cardinals' brother, said, it's a little different watching film with a blowout. So much goes wrong, it's hard to choose what to adjust. But what I would say to Drew is this. You're right, Drew. You're not going to gain anything by watching a blowout. A blowout happens for 2 reasons. There's only 2 reasons anybody gets blown out. There's nothing else. There's 2 reasons. Either A, your dude's thing off the plane, and it's just not going to work out. Your quarterback can't make throws. Your receivers can't hold on to the ball. Every time you get the ball, you fumble it. Like when all of those – when we quote unquote get Madden and it's not your actual execution or your fault why it's happening, there's nothing to learn from that, because that's not going to happen all the time. It's like when somebody runs a kickback on you. How often does that really happen? You don't need to blow up your shit and go, hey, like I suck. No, that's a rare event. The only other reason a blowout happens if you're using it off the plane, somebody's just clearly better than you and in the zone that day.
Right.
There's been times I played Gates in the past, I beat him. There's been times that I played Gates in the past, it's been competitive. There's been times I played Gates in the past and he smacked the kufi off my head. And when that happens, I know me and Gates normally bang it out. Hey, I wasn't on that game. He was. That's what it is. There's nothing to learn. I know what I did wrong. I threw 5 picks. You can't do that. That's just not going to work. I can watch.
Yeah, I watch blowout. Like if I get blown out, I'm watching. I want to see where do I leave the momentum.
All right, so we're going to the comments because I'm finally watching the comments. So I got 2 things to address. Remember when we told for exactly, Pi is watching the show right now. At 12:17, Paya made a comment, but we know at 12:17, Paya would never play a game because he's in bed. He's up wide awake. He's watching the show. He's in the chat, but he's not going to play a game. But the second thing that I want to touch base on is my cousin. He was like, I don't study people's games. I adjust by halftime, which I agree with that. But you know what's funny? For example, I've never physically played like real football. It's like Madden is interesting because there's like people who plays video games, and then there's actually people who play Madden who actually like played real life football, who actually understands this shit. Like me, I've never played football. I play flag football. I'm a cornerback, so I understand that position. But there's actually like people that play like real life football. Like they know, a lot of positions, so like they can understand the game better. So there's people that a lot of people that study film. They're like, okay, I did this, I did that, and this. And then there's actually people who play like real life football, and I feel like that's interesting, when it comes to Madden. And that's I guess that's the difference. Well, USFL is like what? At least the top 20 in the CFM connected franchises moved from 19. It's like we have just a different bunch of characteristics.
I'm gonna say this, Mo. You and Tick might not watch games. But you best believe there's people up in here watching games.
Oh no. That's what I was saying. Like I remember like last year I'm like, Ty, I need to watch some films. Like I get it. That's the whole. There's different aspects of Madden. Like there's people who watch the film. There's people who just play the game. There's people who actually play football to understand. What I'm saying, like positions. So like, that's the whole. That's the whole competitive of hopping on PS4, clicking in Madden. People with different mindsets, different aspects. That's why I like that.
I'm gonna say something now too, and it's gonna be a little controversial. but I'm just giving an honest take how I feel. The NWO, you and your clique.
Yeah.
Here's my observation of what I noticed. You guys start out like a house of fire. You guys always get a great jump, and you guys win the first few Super Bowls. But I've seen and felt, come season 3 or 4, y'all fall off. Dudes stop playing games. Dudes ain't winning no more. And now, here's why I'm saying that. Because that's where that game film comes in. Y'all adjust quicker. Tick has a superb Madden mind, and that dude is a skilled player. Actually, all the NWO, you guys are good and you're skilled. But when the Ties of the world, the Gates of the world, the Boones of the world, the Cletuses of the world have caught on to what you're doing, y'all don't continue to rise. Y'all stagnate at that level. So y'all start out like this house of fire. And then all of us are watching film. Well, what is he doing? How's he doing that? Tick used to run this one play. Damn it, I forget the name of it. It's a spread formation, and it's a hard play to stop. The running back is on the left, and he comes out, and he does an immediate drag off the line. The dude on the right does another drag over the top of him. The dude in the slot does a Met post, and the dude on the far right does a streak. And I called Boone, and I said, listen, bro, you want to know how to stop that shit? Do this, and this. Because I seen that shit, and I laughed against it, and I figured out how to stop it. And I remember one day in UG playing Tick and shutting that play down. We played an awesome game. And I can't remember if he won or I won. Whoever won, it was only like 14-10. It went to the last minute. I don't remember who won, but I was able to defensively neutralize what he wanted to do because I knew what he was going to do and I've seen it enough. But he's not watching film on me. He doesn't necessarily know what I'm going to do or how I'm going to do it. So where you see the difference in not doing that is in season 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not to be funny, Dre and Don Joe were the two from NWO that stuck around. And honestly, they were pretty much good all year. But where was the rest of the NWO?
Yeah.
Like, season 3.
It's almost like running a sprint, but it's a cross-country race, Ty.
Yeah.
It's like you guys are running a 100-meter dash, and we're just like, yo, why y'all running so fast? It's a long race.
You know what? I agree with I'm about to start the pot.
Mo, hold on one second, because I do want to clarify something. That in no way, and I'm dead serious when I say this, in no way is that a slight, a disrespect, or a disservice. No. I'm not playing. I'm super hungry.
No.
Tick is one of the better Madden players I know. Dre is one of the better Madden players I know. Don Joe is one of the better Madden players I know. And you, Mo, I've been a big fan of yours for a long time in terms of how much you've improved. So I'm not saying in any way y'all are not good. I'm not saying in any way I'm better. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is exactly what Gates said. Your techniques and the way the NWO approaches it is not wrong. But there's a reason why in seasons 4, 5, and 6, everybody catches y'all, and y'all ain't winning all them games that y'all jump out and start winning in the beginning.
All right.
Ty, can I ask you this? Can we take credit for helping their game step up? And this is what I mean, right? When the Dre's come in, when Dre first came in, I was like, all he does is C routes, right? When Tick comes in, I'm like, yo, all he got is 4 plays. And then when Don and Joe comes in, I'm like, he ain't really got no schemes. But look at these dudes now. Like, had we not had the owner's box, if we had not had the owner's box, would they have ever changed their games? Would they have ever, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, if I like to see the evolution of players like that. You know what I'm saying? I think that's super dope. Because now Dre's not C routes. You know what I'm saying? We teach, like we talked about last month. Like teams was like, when we used to all I do is C routes, and now he's putting up crazy points. He's doing all these things. Tick last year went on a rampage. He texted me like, yo, I got 8 plays now. I ain't got 4 plays no more. I got 8. You know what I'm saying? We laughed about that. And then Don Joe was like, yo, he went from asking me the tips to like beating me. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? You know what I'm saying?
There's a lot of truth to what you're saying, but definitely a lot of credit to those guys, because let me tell you what I really respect about the NWO. They do it differently than like us, but their method's just as effective too. Because the NWO, what I've noticed, and I told this to Mo and Tick last year in the chat, they believe in getting better by sheer volume. Like honestly, when I'm at work, my phone goes up 2 or 3 times a day with Don Joe posting a game, and it ain't the USFL game. So that's telling me this dude is in like 4 and 5 leagues, and I know because me and Don Joe talk, and he has funky hours, so he's a lot of free time in the afternoon. He takes care of his kid. He's not in a relationship, so when he's not at work, when his kid is good, he's gaming, and he's in multiple leagues. Mo normally plays in multiple leagues. Tick plays in multiple leagues. Now, what's good about that is they're seeing any and everything. So in effect, they kind of don't need to study because they get to see everything because they play so much. But that volume allows them to perfect their schemes, which is why they're so hard to beat all of the NWO, because they might only run 4 plays, but damn it, they know how to run that play left, right, front, center, in, out. They know what adjustment you're going to make. They know how to beat your adjustment. They know where your use is at. They know how to beat it. And I respect all them dudes because they all can ball. They're all Super Bowl contenders at any time.
Yeah, that's why I said, like, I tease them or whatever, but it's definitely it's simple, but it's effective, bro. It's consistent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I played Tick when we only ran them 8 plays. We ran them shits all game. I'm like, bro, you're not going to run the 9th play? He's like, nope, I'm just running 8. And he's like still lurking around. Dre too, like me and Dre played like, you know what I'm saying? When I was around me and Dre, we had some battles, man. And I'm like, yo, like, you guys really definitely improved, man. Don Joe. It was time I felt like he was mirroring everything I was doing. I was like, yo, like, were you watching game tapes and stuff like that? Or nah, I've just been like practicing, you know, you've been saying this and this and this and this and that. And it's like you said, like, why I joined the Jets, I wanted to play you twice just to show you this and this and that. Like, I love that competitiveness and just the evolution of watching players go from, you know, me calling them out, us calling them out to whatever they're doing now. Like, it's good to see Moondog at 2-0. Hopefully Moondog surprises all, go 10-0, 14-0. You know what I'm saying?
And it's funny because I've told this to Mo separately. I've told him on the phone. I've told him in the chat. Mo can be as good as anybody in the NWO. But what holds Mo back is his mentality. Don Joe ain't a bragger, but that dude is confident. TikTok some shit and drops some memes to have fun, but he's kind of a humble dude, but he's super confident. Dre always plays it off like, well, I don't know if I'm gonna win this game, Ty. Like that person. Dre always plays, but Dre
do that shit, yo.
The only difference with all of them and Mo is Mo lets you know in a minute, hey, I don't know if I might win my ass kicked. And Mo legitimately believes that, and I've told Mo this. Mo, a lot of what you're going through, not winning playoff games, is mental. You have the skill, you have the scheme, you've been around all this damn time. You need to legitimately believe in yourself. Even today, bro, don't worry about being 0-2. You're the 94 OVR Eagles, bro. You'll figure it out with 2 games in. You're good, man. Don't panic and don't blow up your shit. Execute better.
Yeah, for sure.
Analyze what you're doing wrong. That's the only difference that separates Mo from the rest of them. But even Mo is good. But if Mo actually had that confidence and that mentality, Mo would be a handful, like on a regular. He's already a handful now, but I mean, like really on that next level.
Yeah.
And I ain't gassed it up. I play him. I talk to him. I just see what I see.
Yeah. Now, there was a time when, last year, Mo had his own show called The Mo Show. There's a little back and forth between me and him. Fuzzy chair. AKA the fuzzy chair. You know what I'm saying?
The furry chair. I missed that chair.
Listen, I ain't seen it since, right? He was in the closet. He was in his girl closet with the fuzzy chair. You know, maybe not his girl's closet, but that just, you know, added on to it. But now he's here. He's here at the owner's box. And I felt it was only right to give him his own little segment right here. I call it Mo's Moment. So, bro, do your thing, talk your talk, or whatever you need to do.
He done gave me my old moment on the show. God damn. First off, I'm over here looking at the comments. You know I'm slow. I don't know how to. I'm slow with technology, but I'm here now. I can see everybody's comments. To elaborate on the NWO situation, which is pretty much not anymore. You know, we pretty much Ty actually in the beginning of the season was like, what clicks? You know what I mean, we want to know what individually. What do you want to do? Be your own person. So there's this Madden. There's no clicks. We don't have any clicks this Madden. You know, we might have a little brotherhood, but other than that, there's really no clicks this Madden. I would say, and I don't want to, because I'm actually outside of Madden. You know, I actually like people who have my phone number, which would be like Gates. You have my phone number. We've talked, you know, a couple times. Ty, Joe, Cletus, stuff like that. Actually, me and Prime, funny story. Prime lives in Texas, and so does my sister. So I visited my sister, and I hit up Prime. I'm like, yo, I'm in Texas. He said, "What up? I'm about to be at this spot." So this. I like Madden, this league, because I've actually met like friends, outside of Madden, like people that I can talk to, sometimes vent to, like me and Cletus. Me and Ty had a couple conversations. I talked to Gates, like congratulations on engagement, stuff like that. So like, besides Madden, there's actually like this is more than Madden, That's why I like this league in general. But my cousin talking shit, but yeah, we definitely died down in the end of Madden 19. That's like the burnout stage, whatever. But when we were doing the top 5 segment, me and Cletus are cool, and I even told Cletus, like, if I ever hit your area, like, this link, whatever, this third. But if we were going to do the top 5, and although Cletus has, the most championships, I don't know if I would put him number 1 overall. I would still put my cousin. I feel as though if he was actually active, not working 2.5 jobs, the man was not eligible for playoffs, I think it would have went a little bit different. But me, I don't really care about that, because if I don't win a Super Bowl in the USFL, I don't really care. But in the top 5, I would still put Cletus number 1 and my cousin number 2. But I would only put him number 2 because he just simply wasn't active. And that happens at the end of the season with the burnout, stuff like that. But I don't know. Hold on, let me read the comments.
Who's your other people in the top 5?
In my top 5.
Your top 5 users in our league.
In my top 5, I will put Cletus, Tick, Joe. I don't know if I can do a top 5, and it's a hard top 5. I'm gonna tell you why. Because I feel like on the top, if you want to go by Super Bowls, Cletus would be number 1. If you want
your top 5, bro.
Okay, so Cletus would be number 1. I would put Tick at number 2, but number 3, 4, and 5 is a blur to me. I'm gonna tell you why. Because I respect Boone, Dre, Joe, Ty, you. So it's hard to predict the 3 to 5. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are like, "Oh, Gates hasn't played in a while." I'm like, "Yo, but I know Gates. Like, Gates. If Gates takes off 2 seasons, it doesn't matter if he takes off 2 seasons. When Gates picks up the sticks, he picks up the sticks, and that's just that. You have I would like to say that you have a intelligent football IQ, which helps you in Madden because football. A lot of people just pick up the sticks, play the game. That's why I can't really make a 3 through 5. I can't. The 3 through 5 is like questionable. That's why I try to say top 10, because 3 through 5 is we got a lot of great players. So I can't predict the 3 through 5 between Dre, Ty, Joe, you, Boone, Candyman. I've only seen Candyman for 1 season, but he's still good. So I don't know. I can't.
Candyman.
Yeah, I can't. That's when I
got him next week, man.
Yeah, when I watched the last episode, I was just like, I was watching the show and I was just like, I don't know.
You know something, Mo? You're so right, and I've always told this to Gates, and I know why Gates does it, because Gates wants to provide motivation for people, but a lot of times Gates puts me on the spot with a top 5. Who's making the playoffs? I don't know why he's doing it, and I always tell Gates exactly what you said. We have such a talented group of players to where I legitimately feel it's 12 to 14 people in this league. And in any one given moment, they could make a run, get hot, and go all the way. So when you're asking me to give me 5, it's literally a group of people that are all in that area, just like you said. How can I say I'm better than Don Joe? How can I say that Dre is better than Boone? How can I say that, those scenarios, it's so tightly wound, that's a coin toss. So how do you rank one over the other? Now, I'm going to tell everybody something. I've told Cletus this to his face. I talk to Cletus on the phone all the time. I talk to Boone. I've said this on this show. I'm going to tell everybody here a secret. You know why Cletus is always going to be number one? I'm going to tell you. It's not so much, and this is no disrespect to Cletus. Cletus is the GOAT. It's not that Cletus' stick is better than everybody else's. It's not that Cletus' scheme is better than everybody else's. Cletus does two things that nobody else does. One, Cletus' execution is maybe the best in our entire league. Every season, and if you don't believe me, watch this. Cletus has never had a season that I've seen where his quarterback had more than 10 picks. I don't care if Cletus gets a bullshit rookie that's 50 overall, he will craft a scheme to ensure he doesn't turn the ball over. That's one. Cletus' execution is top notch. But Tick, Gates, there's a bunch of other people that execute as good as Gates. Here's the secret. Cletus watches more film than anybody else by far. Cletus watches twice as much film as me and Gates combined, probably, and I watch film. Right. So I'm going to watch film every day. I'm going to go get me some ass. I'm not going to watch film every day. I'm going to drink me some brews. I'm not going to watch film every day. I'm going to go to the movies. Cletus will sit there from the time he gets home to the time he goes to sleep. I'm on the West Coast. I'm 3 hours in back of you guys. So when it's 11 o'clock my time, it's 2 o'clock your guys' time. You know who I still see online? Fucking Cletus. Whenever I'm posting a game, I'll post games sometimes at 1 o'clock in the morning. You know who's watching my game? Fucking Cletus. The amount of film Cletus watches is absurd. Now follow what I'm going to tell you. If Cletus and, let's say, Tick literally are just as good as each other, but Cletus has studied hours and hours and hours of Tick's tape, how in the fuck do you think Tick's going to beat him? What is Tick going to do to Cletus that Cletus don't know ain't coming? That's why I say Cletus is the GOAT. Now, you, Mo, Gates, me, the only way you're going to beat Cletus is you got to be as dedicated as he is to watching that much film. And most of us are going to go, hey, man, I'm going to watch one game, but I'm not about to sit here and jump in and watch 80 of these shits. Hey, it's Saturday, bro. I'm going out to get some ass. I'm going to get my drink on. I'm doing me. Cletus is going to go to Chick-fil-A. He's going to get some food to eat. He's going to get him some Crown Royal apple, and he's going to jump in every single body fucking game and watch the entire shit and cut it. This dude sends me clips of portions of shit where he cut and edited the shit. Think of the time it takes to edit some shit. Yeah. I don't give a damn about editing nothing. I might look at it real quick and I'm on. Cletus is going to stop, fast forward it, rewind it, fast forward it, rewind it. Ty, look at this. Man, did you see the separation this got? Man, Cletus, I ain't thinking about that shit, man. The homegirl's calling me. So, am I saying anything negative? No. But what I'm saying is until somebody in this league is as dedicated as he is to breaking shit down like that, which none of us improved to do, you're not beating that dude consistently. Period. Point.
That was single Cletus. Let's see what all Cletus does.
I got a question. Who is because I'm in the chat now. First of all, I'm not tech savvy, so I finally going. Who is posting the USFL League statuses in the chat?
That's me.
Okay. All right. So for one, so since we're on the subject of Cletus, I don't want Cletus to think me and Cletus are cool. Like me and Cletus have conversations like we're outside of Madden. Like I said, all right. I guess I'm gonna give out the secrets. Like Ty said, me and Ty are in the same division. I'm like, yo, bro, like I got this cap space, da-da-da. And Ty was like, yo, if anybody ever find out that I was giving you advice, it would kind of look stupid. And that's why I like Madden, because like I got a couple friends, that actually have my number outside of Madden, like you, Ty, Cletus, Joe. I'm not even gonna tell you my story about Joe because I don't want to embarrass him like that. But me and Joe are cool. You know what I mean? But yeah, Cletus does Cletus definitely watches film. I hate Cletus about my salary cap, stuff like that. So yeah, overall, Yes, overall player. I can't knock anything from Cletus. I definitely can't. And it's crazy because like I think I probably played Cletus like I might play him in preseason, but when I play that nigga in the season, I'm just like nervous. I'm like, oh shit, I gotta play Cletus. I get off of work. I gotta hit the liquor store. Like that's a matchup that you want to play because it's Cletus. That's like if you ever want to know where you're at, pause. Ty, what did you just open? What's your drink of choice?
Brother, I'm an old head, man. I'm drinking some old wine. I'm drinking some Paul Masson, bro. That DJ Quick pitching on a party shit.
Okay.
Brandy, bro. That's some old head shit right there. But I like it better than E&J because it's smoother and it's smoother than Henny. So I got to work tomorrow. So definitely important to Henny. And E&J is Irk and Jerk for a reason because it's cheap. Now, I do want to say one quick thing. Just the way I gave honest feedback about the NWO, I gave honest feedback about Cletus. But make no mistake, every single thing, accolade, award, trophy that Cletus got, Cletus deserves it.
Oh, he earned it. He earned it.
The amount of time and dedication he puts in, he's reaping the rewards for it. So by me talking about how much time he spends breaking down film, it's not to belittle him or his stick or his scheme. Make it seem like he's not good. Here's an example that I would give.
I give you one. I
I go to the gym and I work out every day for 2 hours. I'm going to get a certain result. But if Joe Smith, the person, is going to the gym for 7 hours a day, how do you think the result's going to be between me and him? We're both going to the gym every day. But I'm putting in 2 hours. Joe's putting in 7. Yeah. Joe's gonna look like a fucking monster in about 3 months, and it might take me 2 years to look like that. So all I'm saying is his level of dedication is greater than anybody's I've ever met in Madden. Yeah. And it's religious and it's relentless. So he's not doing anything cheap. Think about this. Even on the draft, do you think it's an accident that this dude in the 6th round can consistently get superstars? Because this dude spends hours and hours and hours looking at who's coming out. He spends all types of points and XP to get scouting packages to look at dudes in the 7th round. Most of us we're lucky to make the draft. This dude's planning for who he's going to take in round 7. So all I'm saying is when you're as dedicated and committed as he is, you're not beating that just by picking up the stick and thinking, I'm good enough, I can compete. You might beat him once or twice. A lot of us here have. But consistently, that's a different ballgame because you're not as committed as he is. And when I say you, that's all of us.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, there was a time. Remember the game where he kept with the quarterback sneak, and he kept falling short at the goal line, and he ended up losing that game. We talked about that play and that video that he sent me for like 2 days straight, bro.
He probably sent all kinds of clips of the shit. Look, you see, he broke the line. Look, rewind real quick, Gates. Look, he broke the line. I guarantee he's that shit.
2 days we talked about that, just that one play and why he didn't win the game off that one play. So he got it. But that again, I just like teasing him because I'm not used to him being like openly in a relationship, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So it's like now you got the female. To elaborate, hopefully she takes up a lot of his time for our benefit. Hopefully.
Yeah.
All right. So to elaborate on Cletus, because I don't want him to think that I was talking down on him. You know what's crazy? All last year Madden, people are like, why the fuck are you trading with Cletus? For example, people like Paya. This motherfucker will try to lowball you. This nigga wants your star players, and he want to give you. He's like, oh, he's worth a 4th. Wait, what? A 4th? Paya with Cletus, and it was crazy because I made trades with Cletus almost every single Madden because you're right. Cletus studies the game. This motherfucker in the 6th round, what did he say?
He said it was against Boone's brother.
He went against Jags. See what I'm saying?
He was Jags.
With the QB sneak? Is that what you're talking
about? Yeah. Now, hold on 1 second. Now, to prove my point,
he's up right now. It's
right. It's almost exactly. And Cletus's ears to that ground. And when you have that level of commitment he has, And you also have that long-term memory, the way that dude remembers every negative slight you said against him. That's a lethal combination. Dedication, commitment, and motivation. That's unbeatable.
He might have broke up with his girlfriend and told her, I'll get back with you in the summertime. Madden came out. You know what I'm saying? So who knows? Who knows? You know what I'm saying?
Hey, yo. Nah, but to elaborate on that, just like Ty, I'm gonna give my secret away. If I'm ever struggling in Madden, like financially, I'm like, yo, shit, my team is ass. I need some money. Cletus has helped me out, you know, especially like they're like, oh, why are you making deals with Cletus? I'm like, yo, because this nigga got like 3 stars for me that he don't need, so I'm gonna take it. But other than me talking about Cletus, me and Ty, and we're in the same division, and this is how like this is why I told you I like Madden. Well, this league in general, me and Ty are in the same division, and I've had phone conversations with Ty. He's like, bro, you paying this person too much, da-da-da. I'm sorry for finishing Ty, I apologize. But yo, we've really like we talked on the phone. I'm like, bro, like I got negative 1.5 million, my team is ass. And this was like towards the end of Madden when I fucking paid Carson Wentz like fucking $35 million fucking dollars, and I had my fucking best, and he was like, "Yo, bro, why did you sign him?" So like, you're right, Cletus overall. I'm gonna give him that. I will give Cletus the overall number 1 spot. I'll give him that.
Nothing wrong with that. Man, we've been all time we have broken the 2-hour mark. Just when you thought the show wasn't going to hit 2 hours.
Hey, how long was the longest show that you ever had?
We did one last year that went a little over 3. It was like 3 hours and 19 minutes. Which
we not about to do that.
No, we're not doing that. But here's what's funny. You know what, Mo? You said some good shit. You went down a rabbit hole. I agree with you. I really enjoyed the USFL for a bunch of reasons. I love to compete. I love going against some of the better players, or most of the guys in this league. It's competition and it's fun, and I grind. But outside of that, I can say we have a good group of guys. There's a nice mix of shit talking, but there's respect. We can chop it up and talk about life. More, I remember when you was gonna pop the question to your fiance, and me and you was on the phone, and you shooting me pics of the ring and telling me how you was gonna break it down. Mm-hmm. I will admit, when you start to get our age, you just don't go, hey man, I'm Ty. Do you want to play? People think you're a fucking pervert or a predator. So first of all, we all have shit in common. We all like the same thing, which is why we're here in the first place. And it goes beyond here. We like NFL. I just appreciate what we said, because I feel the same way in terms of there's guys in this league that I've developed camaraderie and relationships with that crazy songs have all due to play this game, and I appreciate it.
Yeah. Every time I come to Cali, I hate you. Every time I touch down.
You know what? I do give you credit. You always hit me, but you never link up.
But that's because I'm not north. I keep it how you are, yo.
No, and you're right, because I used to go back to New York every year, but because I've had some different things going on job-wise, I haven't been back for a minute. But best believe, before this year's over, I'm going to head back to New York, and I'm going to tell all you guys right now, I'm coming to Jersey to hit that Gates, Tick, Mo pocket. And then in New York, I got Niji out there, Set the Tone, Flex 980. There's a bunch of dudes there, and I live there. I think the majority of them in the Bronx. I'm in Brooklyn. So today, it's like I would love to sit there and drink a legit drink with these dudes and just chop it up, because when you really think about it, Gates, me and you, a perfect example. It doesn't seem like it, but I've known Gates since like 2011 or 2012. So really, in the scheme of maneuvers, I've known Gates for 8 years, man, and have always stayed in contact. Whether Gates was playing Madden, wasn't playing Madden, we might not talk for 2 months, but then we'll pick up the phone and we talk like nothing, like no time passed. You can't replace that as you get older. So we did do, the reason why I said all this is sometimes I never intend on the shows being this long. Even this right here is a little long, 2 hours. but we're all passionate about what we love doing, which is playing Madden. And we get caught up. And tell you what, I give credit to everybody that watches our show because
They locked in. They locked in the whole time.
Shows they will watch the entire shit. They'll play it back at work because people will come up and hit me with some shit. I said an hour and 90 minutes into a show, and I'm like, damn, that person had to be going all the way. So it goes long, but I don't feel bad because the people in the league greatly enjoy it, and we bring them value.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, Ty, at 12:59, about to be 1, we got 10 viewers watching right now.
Say what now?
We got 10 viewers watching right now.
See, and that's awesome. So even though sometimes I feel bad that the show's running long, everybody's enjoying it. So if we can provide entertainment for people and we can give tips and we can have camaraderie and brotherhood and people enjoy it, then if it runs long, it runs long. Now people's like, yo, cut that shit to bleep out. This shit is too long. Then we got to reconsider shit.
Yeah, sure.
Enjoy the content of the show.
Listen, whether they complain about the time, it's a great league. They're gonna watch it regardless. If it's not now, they're gonna scroll up and see the show. But also, I won't gas them up too much. But I'm gonna give a shout out to Gates.
Cool.
Gates definitely put me on to the my Mo show was a joke at first. I don't do it no more, but Gates definitely put me on, and he didn't see me as a threat or nothing like that. He showed me, that you gotta do this and that third. So definitely shout out to Gates. And it's crazy because I think Gates is closer to me, but I think I done met up with I went to Texas and I done met up with Prime. But
yeah, I ain't that far.
Definitely I'm a humble person. I'm definitely a humble person.
Yeah. So I just wanted to get into these I said people's attention real quick. These week 3 picks. We can run through these. This is y'all can see it, right? I'm sharing the screen on Daddy Leagues.
Yeah, I can see it.
Ty, you want to pick your picks for these first 7 games?
Bears, Redskins. I like what Truck is doing. I feel like Boone's on a mission since that loss to Tick. I would really like what Truck's doing, but I would give Boone the edge there. Bengals and Bills. I'm going to give Bills the edge, even though normally I would give it to Prime. Prime's been out of commission on vacation for a long period of time. He's got to adjust and figure out the game. Crack has been playing the game, so I see Bills winning. Broncos and Packers, Doc's my dude, but Tick is a monster right now. I don't see Doc beating Tick. Cowboys and Dolphins. Dolphins is Don Joe. Look, Modo's playing some really good football. I'm real impressed with what he's doing, but I just have a lot of respect for Don Joe's game, and I think Don Joe might be too much for Moondog. Falcons and Colts, that's going to be a good one because that's Rico and Set the Tone. Set the Tone had an impressive win today. I think he lost the first week. Rico's been hot. That's going to be a close game. I'd almost put that as a pick 'em, but if I had a gun to my head, just because Rico has jumped out so well, I would give Rico a slight advantage. Me against Bucks. Bucks is my dude in the new recruit that I brought to the league. Of course, I want to say me, but again, a young team that I'm trying to figure out on the fly. Buccaneers had a good win. That's going to be a pick 'em. Cletus and Patriot is going to be a better game than people think because I don't know what crawled up Strong's ass and died, but that boy's on fire. But Cletus has also uncharacteristically jumped out on fire.
That's game of the week.
If I had to really, 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 really push, I would give the edge to Cletus because I believe Cletus owns real estate in between Strong's ears. And I've told this to Strong and Cletus. Strong is a really good player, but I think he has it in his head that he can't beat Cletus, and he goes into that game with a defeatist mindset. And because of that, I think it's hard for him to beat Cletus, so I give Cletus the edge, and that's my 7 picks.
Mo, who you got?
Between Cletus and Strong?
Just run them down these quick 7 for me.
Well, I can't see the username, so it's confusing, but
yeah.
I'm going to say I got I got the Bears or the Redskins. Who's the Bengals and who's the Bills?
Bengals is prime time and the Bills is green crack.
But the Bengals is on vacation.
Yeah, but I think he's back tomorrow.
I'm gonna go
for everybody for a week.
I'm gonna go with the Bills. I'm gonna go with the Packers over the Broncos. And Joe's the Dolphins.
Yeah, Joe's the Fins and Cowboys is Moondog.
I'm going to go with the Dolphins over the Cowboys. I'm going to go with. I'm going with the Falcons over the Colts. Who's the Bucks?
Ty's fan.
He's the new owner, the guy that I brought in yesterday. He got a win today over the Panthers.
Oh, is the Panthers Crip?
What?
Is the Panthers Crip?
The Panthers is Ronnie.
I'm gonna skip that game. So where am I at now?
Jets and Patriots.
The Jets and the Patriots. Wait, the who?
Jets and the Pats, the Patriots.
Wait, oh, that's Sean versus Cletus?
Yeah.
That's gonna be a good game, but I'm not gonna go against Cletus.
All right, I'm gonna go Boone over the Redskins, even though I think Chuck's playing some good ball. I think Boone's just out-user him. Bills gets the win by default because Prime's on vacation. I'm going Packers over the Broncos. Dolphins over the Cowboys. Falcons over the Colts. Ty, I'm gonna take you over the Bucks, and I'm gonna take Jets over the Patriots.
Okay.
Hold on a second. We got Lions, Eagles.
You know what? That's going to be tough because that's Niji and that's Mo.
Wait, who's the Lions?
Lions is Niji.
He beat me last. I don't predict my own games, but he beat me last.
With that being said, I'm going with the Lions. I don't have no confidence in that man.
Lions too, even though I'm a big Mo guy, but the reason I'm going with the Lions is because I think Mo's inside his own head right now, and I think that's causing problems because he's going to press and it's going to cause him problems. So I'm going to go with Niji in that one.
I'm going to go Cardinals over the Panthers.
Ooh, see, it threw me off that Drew lost the Panthers because I don't know why I felt he won impressively. Panthers lost two kind of tough games. I don't think he's in a great headspace.
Is the Panthers
frustrated?
Is the Panthers?
The Panthers is Ronnie, and obviously Drew is the Cardinals. And it's tough because both of them are in different places right now. I know Drew is trying to get accustomed to the game and pick it up. And I know Ronnie's lost two tough ones and he's a little frustrated, but sometimes that frustration turns into determinist. I'm going to call that game pick 'em because I can see reasons why both of them could win that game.
I'm going to go with the Panthers.
Okay. I'm going, if my guy's playing, I got to go with my guy, Vikings over the Raiders. Okay.
You know, I can't. Oh yeah. I hate to say this because I don't know anything about the Vikings, but I know enough about the Raiders to say even I don't know nothing about the Vikings. I'm going with the Vikings, and I hate to say that, but hey, man, I need to see something from Thing before I start rocking that way.
Wait, you picked the Chiefs or the Ravens?
No, he's doing Vikings and Raiders.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go with the Raiders.
Okay. We got Rams over the Browns. I'm gonna go with the Rams. I think Pye is in his own head over this armbar.
Oh, wow, yeah, John the Bullet Empire.
I think that he's gonna face another armbar guy, and he's gonna lose his mind.
I'm gonna go with the Browns. I'm going with the Rams. I'm gonna go with the Browns. Paya talked too much shit in the chat to lose. Again, I'm gonna go with the Browns.
You know what? I'm going with John the Bullet and the Rams. You know what? Pyatt does get in his own head, and Pyatt's the type of guy, if one bad thing happens, he loses his shit. You used to do that more when you got better. Pyatt still does it. He lost OBJ, and I know he's really like kind of down about that, and he lost his running game with Brandon Chubb. He's going to try to rely on Metcalf.
I changed my answer.
Yeah, I'm going with Johnny Bullet and the Rams.
After the first armbar he gets hit with, he's done. He's done.
The Rams.
He's out. He's out the game. Chiefs and Ravens. I'm gonna go with Chiefs only because I feel like the Ravens are still trying to figure out their scheme and all that, and where the Chiefs look more fluent.
Is the Ravens real?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the Ravens.
I'm gonna go with the Chiefs as well. Lincoln Hector is normally pretty consistent and solid throughout. He doesn't do a lot to beat himself. Rel's trying to come up. I'm gonna go with the consistent ones. I'm gonna go with the Chiefs.
Listen, he's not gonna have an answer for a quarterback.
Well, they both have a good quarterback.
It don't matter. He's not gonna have an answer to that quarterback.
Does Rel have an answer for Tyreek Hill?
I don't know, but I'm telling you, I'm gonna go. You're right. I'm just gonna go with the Ravens. I'm gonna go with the Ravens.
Yeah. Seahawks and the Saints. Who's the Seahawks, Ty?
The Seahawks is Flex 980. Now, keep in mind, Flex 980 had Russell Wilson and Bobby Wagner suspended for running up the score today, so they will not be active against the Saints, and the Saints is Kurt. I like Flex. I'm going with Saints. Now, I don't think Flex be upset and frustrated, but he's going to be without Wagner and Wilson. I'm going with Kurt.
How did he run up the score? We have no mercy rule.
Boone, excuse me. The commissioners looked at it. I didn't actually see the game, but from what I'm hearing in the commission chat, with under 2 minutes left, Flex was continuing to try to pile on points when it was clear his opponent had conceded the game. I didn't see the game, so I don't want to really name specifics because I'd be talking out my ass, but that's what I understand.
Okay.
Don't have a shitload of talent, and now you're taking away Wilson and Wagner and Kurt's revenge after that loss to you. I'm gonna go ahead and go with Kurt. Saints.
Cool. I mean, unless I don't know how it's gonna take a miracle, and it's gonna take a miracle in San Fran for Steelers to beat Dre. I mean, I don't think the chaos is organized yet, Ty.
I agree with you. And like I said, them NWO boys are gangbusters early on, boy. They don't play.
Wait, so it's Steelers, that's Bill, and it's Niners, Dre?
Yep.
I'm going to go with Dre.
And if it's me against my old nemesis, Candyman. You know what I'm saying?
Damn it. I say I would want to lean toward Pick'em, but if a gun was to my head, I would give Candy the edge. We go all the way back to NBL. Gage are coming off a long layoff. You've been labbing, but Candy's been consistent the entire time and been rolling, and I missed a beat. If I had a gun to my head, I'd give Chargers the edge.
Yeah,
but I won't.
He hasn't gotten that AFC Championship loss. He hasn't forgotten that Super Bowl loss, and he feels like he owes me.
So it's my pick?
Yeah.
I don't go against Gates. And so I want to pick Gates. I don't go against Gates. I don't care if he didn't play Madden in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 3 months. I'm going to go with Gates. Because he heard you pick your pick, and that just fueled him up. So I'm going to go with Gates.
Yeah. And again,
but man, Candy got history though. Ty's back on.
That's what I was gonna say, and that's another one of them things. Like you got to understand, me, Gates, and Candy go back like the 2011.
Okay.
So I know a lot of history between both of them, and definitely, like if Gates have been super active this whole time, maybe it's a different pick. But I feel Gates is super good, so Gates can afford to let off and still pick it up. But when you play another dude that's super good, that might be where a little bit of that rush shows.
It's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, definitely.
That's one of the ones you want to watch right there. If you want to watch anyone,
wholeheartedly.
Is that game of the week?
It should be. If it ain't,
I think that and the versus the Browns.
yeah, yep, those are the two.
All right.
And even Jets and Pats.
Yes, actually, you're right. Triple headers. All three of those games are must.
For sure. That's the 1 o'clock game, 4 o'clock game, and the 8 o'clock game right there.
Yeah.
And then we got Titans in Jackson. Titans in Jacksonville.
You know, I'm confused because Psych Squad, who's now Jags, Ramsey King 904, some shit. He's a damn good player, and he talked a lot of shit, and he acted like he was really hyped up for the game. But now he's kind of not necessarily in the chat. I think he took a loss week 1, and I don't know how. I don't know if it's because he didn't show up. I don't know if he played and didn't. And then Titans, they're facing a suspension. They are losing Delaney Walker at tight end, and they're losing Kevin Byard defense because he did not stream his home game today. So where the confusion for me is, I don't know what's going on with Cyber Squad. Is he playing or not playing? I don't know. But if I had to guess just based off that, I'm going with Jaguars. Because I know when he does, he's a handful.
Me and him are scheduled to play tomorrow, so I was hoping he wasn't around, but he's around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Going with Jaguars then.
Yeah, for sure. He's around. We'll play tomorrow.
Who's the Titans?
It's Trekana Sada. He's the dude who used to be the Colts for the last couple of years in USFL.
I'm going to go with the Jaguars.
Yeah, Jacksonville got that young squad, though, man. And them boys hitting hard over there. With Ramsey and them other guys, it's hard for anybody to play against Jacksonville.
The Jaguars have Nick Foles at quarterback. That's what they have.
And they got a nice running back who love to put his head down and just run people over, too.
Fournette, Chark, DJ Chark, Westbrook. They got a decent line. On the defense, they got well, they don't have Telvin Smith now because of him holding out, but semi-retiring. They still got Leon Jacobs, 88 speed. They still got Miles Jack. They still got Yannick Ngakoue. They still got Calais Campbell. They still got Taven Bryant. They still got AJ Bouye and Jalen Ramsey. That's a squad right there.
Listen, I personally, I don't know because he's inconsistent, but the Jags have always been a good team.
Yeah.
I feel like they have a better quarterback. That's what I'm
saying.
I'd
say Foles is an upgrade over Bortles. I'd say that.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Cool. Well, I wanted to do this last segment, last play of the game. Any last words before we get up out of here? Reach 2 hours and 30 minutes.
For me, I just want to thank everybody in the league. Please thank you for pushing me to keep doing the show and for putting good content out there and for finding out different ways to make this pop and for heavily investing a ton of your time in Discord, getting it off the ground, getting it up and running, and putting your personal time into it. Thank you for that. Mo, thank you for being super active in the chat and helping to keep things going and coming on the show. And just thank you to a bunch of people in the league. We've had good participation. We haven't had a lot of issues. Folks have been excited to play their games. A lot of people are stepping up and playing well. It looks like a good Mad year. Well, I think we're in a good place as a league and with the owners we have. And I want to keep it going. I just want to thank everybody for doing their part.
Yeah, definitely. It's been a good competitive year so far in the league, too. I've seen a lot of good games, man. And if we ever keep this morale up high and this competition up high, it's better. It's a good match.
Right.
Know anything?
I'm mad because I'm like late on the comments. I see Cletus talking shit. Cletus said the alcohol is in Mo's head. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Everybody know I work like 16 hours a day. You know, so I work my 16, then I play my Madden. But yeah, Cletus knows me, so I can't even get mad at the comment. But I definitely I appreciate you, Ty Gates, having me on the show. It's pretty cool that our first episode was what? We had 2 minutes. We had 2 hours and 23 minutes. So that's pretty dope. So, you know, keep the things coming.
I do appreciate everybody rocking out with us this long. You guys also, you know what I'm saying, dedicating your time to this late on a Wednesday. Definitely appreciate it. But have a good show. I guess off into the next one. got our picks, and looking forward to, you know what I'm saying, see what happens in these next couple of weeks. I'm definitely be tuned into these games. And we'll see how it pans out.
Hey, you know what? I do want to say one more thing real quick. Hey, thank you to everybody that watches. It sounds corny, but people have a choice of what they can do with their time. They could very easily be watching a movie, TV, labbing, and playing, but they literally put shit on hold to hear our commentary. And I appreciate it because I'm just a regular dude up here talking about what I see. Like, I ain't really nobody. What does my opinion matter? But people look forward to hearing what we have to say about things. So thank you to guys like Don Joe or Clevis or Rico or Sun Moon. I don't care who you are, whoever's tuning in at 12:30 or 1 o'clock in the morning to just talk about the game. Thank you, man. Appreciate you because there wouldn't be this without you guys because me and Gates and Moy are going to sit here and talk to ourselves. We can just pick up the phone and call each other. So thank you to the folks that will ride it out with us through these long-winded shows and comment and feed us info in the chat. Thanks.
Definitely. That's it, man. That's all for today. And I appreciate everybody tuning in. The Owners Box, episode 35. I'm out of here.
Hey, you want to hear something funny real quick, though? Are you still on?
Yeah, I'm still on.
I shouldn't. So remember how we